I heard it when you were talking, so you should be good.
Okay.
If we
Alright.
said it was super annoying, would you turn it off and just be miserable?
No, but I would definitely try and work around it.
Admit that no, it's not annoying.
It's something we've all
Yeah.
accepted. All right. We'll get to Jin's placement in a minute. How you doing, dude? Nice to have you back with us.
I'm doing good.
Yep.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, it feels like it's been forever, but that's just because of yesterday's hiccup.
That's what I sound like JP.
Yeah, it feels like for
hiccup?
you.
What do you mean yesterday's hiccup? He's not in that anymore.
Oh, you're right. See, it would have felt even longer still. See, wow, there you go. He was
Oh yeah,
part of
even
that.
more.
Yeah, even more. Wow. See, I even forgot. Oh man.
No fire magic.
So, you guys, adventurous crew, decided to go forth after coming up on the goblins briefly and taking their own personal wares. And then heading forward, you guys ran into what looked to be a guarded caravan that got out ahead of time. How this happened? Well, greed, usually. Why it happened? Money. And did you guys hire them after? No. So, you guys went beyond them, left them to their own devices. Let's hope for the best. Good luck to all of them. And kept pursuing your ally. You guys ended up approaching a familiar voice, Gowron. He was having a conversation with this very large, friendly, vibing beast before you. Someone that one could say is quite the conversationalist. Then, Gowron warned you guys of a potential conflict, and a fight broke out. You have competing against these individuals. That is my son blowing the whistle for it is time for combat. As we will add Jin in, pick up where we left off, which was starting at the top of the round at technically Wiggles, but let's see where Jin puts himself in this initiative. Jin, we've got a hiccup on your token. You are a ghost right now until I fix it. Somehow your token disappeared.
Nice.
There's
Actually
that.
deleted you out of this campaign also.
Damn.
No, I was moving files around. Updated a bunch of modules, and one of my I didn't realize that I was uploading a bunch of your guys' content into a module folder, so it got wiped.
Am I the only one that's lagging really bad?
I don't know.
Is anyone else experiencing any lag?
I think I'm doing fine right
No, it feels pretty good to me.
Oh, I think he means Discord vibe specifically.
Oh. Then how would we know? I'd have to see everybody's face to know if I'm lagging. Alex, talk.
Voice, hearing. That's what I've been doing.
All right, yeah, no,
lag.
I'm not lagging.
I can hear you fine.
The game might be restarting for all of you guys, and that's because there was a conflict. I don't know if when you guys were dragging your tokens, it was coming up with a error or not.
No,
I think mine did.
It's not.
I actually forgot one more thing.
Yeah, why are you moving so far away, bro? You don't want those blood bats on you?
That's okay.
Whoops. Sorry, say that again.
I asked Jin why he moved so far away that he didn't want those blood bats on him or something.
No, they were friendly. All right, Jen. So we'd say that you're next to a Rolly.
I had to go invisible to get away from him.
Yes. And that's the current state you're still in, correct?
Yep. I'm on, I believe I cast the greater visibility, so it should last for a good, good. I don't know, like 15 rounds or something like that.
We'll see. We'll see if you guys extend far enough. All right, Jen, I added you into the initiative. By all means, at your leisure, go ahead and roll that dice. Look at that. Coming in right after Rolly.
I mean, I'm down if we all reroll.
I see.
Do you guys want to do a fresh reroll?
I mean, I'm down. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Up to you guys.
I'm joking.
I mean, I don't think Mina would complain, but I get it. Everyone
Yeah,
else is
but
stepping
I'm a
up.
little
Wiggles,
pretty shit
Wiggles, and
too,
Rolly
so
might complain. Like Galron might complain.
Oh yeah, Gowron's gonna be like, I was ahead, totally out of character, breaking the third wall, talking to you directly. Jin, I will have to. I'm trying to find your
But the bearded devil
icon.
might become first. So these are all
Valid concerns. All right, Jin, you might go tokenless for this time until I can find it. I'm digging, but so far no success.
No worries.
Oh, actually, I can fix that. Haha! I can just import your character. So you guys have them on. That's why I don't have a picture, because it's on D&D Beyond. That makes a lot of sense.
put up your picture, bro. You gotta have it saved
Is it
somewhere.
working now?
I can hear you fine, dude.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
You tell us. Look at Alex's face, and does his face match his words? Well, now he's just puffing on a. So.
Got a
Did
little
it miss
dipper.
anything?
See if his smoke
No.
coming out of his mouth matches his.
That was not great. Okay, boom, Jin, we got some image for you. All of a sudden, we're getting somewhere.
How do I need a refresh now?
No, you're not going to see it yet. I mean, I just got it in general for his PC. He didn't have it anywhere, not even on his character sheet. So I just imported it from D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond has all that. What's up, Jin? Where the heck are you, Jin? There it is.
It's hiding his ring.
Oh yeah, it definitely shows. Picture is broken.
I see it now.
Yeah, you see it on the. Hold on. I'm trying to.
On the character sheet.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it on your token. Sorry.
Oh, got you.
Which is right here. But for some reason, it's like.
Damn, Neural's even broken. Poor guy.
I mean,
Yeah, some of you guys got just beat up.
That's just like real life happenings.
Did it update? No.
By the way, Neural rages every day that he's still
Nice.
alive.
Nice.
I'm assuming he.
until he is no longer with us.
He's not gonna let the goblins have an easy at killing him.
You got it. Makes sense. Fair point. All right. Sorry about that hiccup. I assure you, it will be fruitful moving forward. By the way, the boss part is still active, correct? None of you guys should have any issues with it. Beautiful, beautiful.
I see it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Phil has about a third of his health.
Yes, that is correct. That is absolutely correct. Oh. I just want to make sure you guys can all still see it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we will pick up at Wiggles. Is Wiggles with us? We lost him, huh? We lost him.
Did we?
Because he was lagging.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yep.
So what I'm going to do to honor the fact that he has been popping in and out because he is here, I'll skip his turn and we'll let him decide. I know what he's doing, but allow him to play through. So Rolly, let's open up with you jumping back up into combat. You guys have had no success really talking to this thing. It said that you must defeat it to go through its cave that it has to protect, this guardian of whatever purposes and reasons. And so you guys are fighting.
all right. That's what I want to do here. I think I was gonna get thrown directly into combat. Probably should have prepared a little bit. Let's see.
Life.
That. Yeah, let's just hit it with a fireball, but make it lightning damage.
Sure, yeah. Huff and puff and throw a ball. This ball happens to be of lightning nature. The static frickles and freckles. It'll
You just hear like this, like fail.
Beautiful. Go ahead and move my damage out and pop it in the chat
Just
for
hear
me.
this like synth. You just hear this loud like synth stab like come out, and then just this huge bass like you're in this concert, and it just like off the back of that wall, and just
Nice.
boom.
Nice. All right, you just get this quick like synth vacuum, just kind of blasts off to the side of him. Give me the damage, and we'll see how he's doing.
6.
Nice.
Like,
Not too shabby. As you do 26 points of damage, it blasts off the side of him, and he just like his beard of tentacles just ravels around and tries to like protect its main visage. Go ahead.
I'll use a Fury of the Small. It'll give an extra 3 damage. That.
As you do an extra 3 points of damage, not a problem.
As a reaction, he transforms into a mouse.
Super feat.
I did play a character that could, I did have a character that could do that. one shot we did. Let's see. I'll use I'll just like kind of, since I'm next to Jin, I guess I'll like, you'll hear Rolly's voice behind you.
Hey dude, hit it with a big spell. Fuck it up.
I'm gonna give you a bardic inspiration.
Got you.
You can add a D8 to ability check, attack roll, saving throw, or spell damage, or healing. That's
very nice. Very
Actually,
nice.
You know, I'll get out of this cone of people. I'll move like over here, I guess.
Oh, some separation. Okay. You got it. As you space yourself a mini distance away, you do so with ease. That brings us to Jin. Welcome back. The party got you into another fight. You've never, I think, ever jumped into a session where you weren't in a fight. So congratulations, you're still in a fight. Jin, what do you do?
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Oof, that's an original move, guys. No one's ever seen it before. Here it is today, coming in strong with a 25 as you blast across.
I almost feel like they're wasting your character if you don't do that. You play horrible.
Right.
Almost all the magic visuals are broken right now. And
okay, no worries.
This has to go with what I was telling you about, JP, when I was telling you how the stupid thing was 4.5 gigs, but it was taking up more space and I had to delete something to make it all work. Never worked.
Damn.
So, I know how to fix it now, but it requires me to do a whole overhaul that I don't have the time for yet. So, Jen, you fire Eldritch Blast as it sears across the screen all the way to this Eldritch beam before you. You see it hit this purple field. I guess I forgot to describe this to you because you weren't here. So can you see like a little purple field going around him?
I do. I see like a barrier looking thing.
Exactly that. As you fire Eldritch Blast and it flings in his direction, he doesn't even move to dodge it as it hits the barrier and surrounds it, into absorbing the entire blast.
Damn. The spells of a certain level are just fucking working. Oh, great.
Oh, I'm thinking maybe you're.
I'm gonna move back.
Fireball, because you can target above it and in the part that's not around.
Right, you move to the side just a little bit. Jin, as you also look around, you are aware that there are a current combined count of 5 imp-like beings that are flying around. Because you were present with the group and good old Eric is so keen about making sure that that is true, you are aware that they do some type of poisoning or searing type of damage upon being hit.
Good to know.
Otherwise, anything else you wish to do?
No. I'm gonna stop right here. Decide what I'm
got
doing
it.
next.
We got it. We got Wiggles bringing the aliens home. You hear me, Wiggles? Oh, we hear you in and out. Not you.
It's like you take the vacuum. It's like you exactly like if you take a tube off a vacuum and then just spin it in the air. That's the sound. Like that's exactly the sound he's making.
It's that fan wombo combo. That's amazing RP right there, guys. Don't forget it. Wiggles, if you can speak languages that we can hear, you can interject me. But at the moment. I imagine what you are going to do is pull out your, is that a long sword or a short sword? Let me check. A short sword and attempt to
Wiggles is our
snap.
translator. This is not good.
Yeah, I'll translate on behalf of him. But in the meantime, he is targeting this imp with his short sword. As he does a hiya, swinging high with his dramaticness missing in every possible way. He yells out, "Sprinkles, no!" And I believe he has multi-attack, so I think he's going to go more time.
You can probably attack times and then an extra bonus active attack. Wielding.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to swing again for sure. Let's get that in. Real quick, somebody do me a favor. Click on a token. Tell me if it automatically does the target icon on them.
Oh.
No, it just does an orange square, not the arrows.
Just makes a red square.
Just red square on them.
Red. Well, for your color. Sorry, yeah, it's for your color. Okay, I was just curious, because for a reason mine is targeting everything I click, which is cool, saving me time. But I don't want to accidentally target you guys and when I'm attacking, and you guys attack yourselves. I don't know why I did a short bow, but that missed anyways. So he swings with one sword. He swings twice with the same sword. That definitely, and because he's like in the way, let me move this in better. I figured out why the issue is. I had my targeting selection, not the tool. Ooh, that does hit. A 14 hits. All right. He goes through the first one, blames Sprinkles, and then he comes back on the second one. Makes a little laceration there. Damage. For a total of 6 points of damage, as you just see the imp just do a little spin, and he just looks at his open gash wound, and he's just like putting out his nails and angry gestures toward him. And he's going to just go for the kill because I'm not going to have him move and take a hit. Much as I would love to see it happen. He absolutely comes down, continues his onslaughts of damage now that he has one figured out. Goes in for a mid-max damage, taking out the imp as the imp gets caught on like a skewer as he's like, and you just see the imp twitching, spitting up, spattering, and then goes still. And then before it has time for all of its blood to even trickle down the blade to the hilt, you see all of it, including its exerted fluids, just dissipate back to wherever it was summoned from. Wiggles is going to. He's pretty safe there. Unless do you guys think he would move, or do you think he'd be staying position? He looks pretty comfortable.
I mean, now he can start shooting with his short bow or longbow, and longbow has like infinite range. So yeah. I would probably say he would back up, but that's just me.
Well, we'll say that he backs up.
There's thing right here, so
like randomly just to the edge here. He still has vision because he's a tree, so he can still see all that. So no big deal. All right. Coming to our good friend who's not looking hot, Roly, you notice that Galron seems to be a little slow to react. He's clearly capable of still fighting, but he's quite bloodied, and he looks tired. He's huffing. He's like, ugh.
Okay.
He looks off to. Oh, well, it's not your turn. But
it's Roly's. Oh, I thought you were saying it's my turn.
No, I was just describing how he looks. He's in front of you.
Punch yourself in the face, Galron.
Like, yeah.
He's gonna look at. Has he seen anyone but Roly heal in combat before? To your guys' knowledge.
No, he's never met Eric.
He's never met Eric. He's never seen Mina do any healing. He's never seen Jen do it. Yeah. You just hear him go, Roly! Oh, he's like looking around because he doesn't know where you are. Oh, some help! He's like, he looks between you three here. I'm gonna have him roll a d4. If he rolls a 1, he stays on his own. All right. He heads toward Mina and puts his back up against the wall. He's just like, oh, don't mind me. I'll just work better in a pock. He just kind of nods toward you, Mina. He seems to be bracing himself in the event if something were to approach. The enemy that he started this fight with, upon all of you, looks down from his minor cliff. It's probably about maybe 30 feet. There is a stairway in case you guys don't see it on the map. It's this way, and then this way. Because I know you guys love scaling so much. I wasn't going to stop any of you.
This hole doesn't go all the way through.
You don't know. You can check. No one's even checked
Well, that's
on
what I
the
was
hole.
asking. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah, you can check. No, the hole's still there. There's still a hole.
I mean, I imagine I could see from here if there's a
Do you
light
have dark
on
vision?
the other. I mean, I don't know. Do fucking warbugs have night vision, light, dark vision? Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's saying your sheet.
Yeah, no, you don't. No. So in that case, it's dark. You don't see light coming from within.
Okay, yeah, because I figured if it was a short path, like it's only 15 feet, but if there's a hole on the other side, it would be light. But...
Fair point. Fair point. He is going to back up. You guys just hear like a kind of stepping backwards, seemingly putting himself maybe toward this opening here with his back against it. That breaks vision for you three down here. But anyone past, say, here, let's see, no problem. Mina, you see a bunch of imps. No big bearded guy at the top, and Gowron hanging out right next to you.
I don't see the big bearded guy. Could I drag Gowron next to Neural? Or, not Neural, Eric?
We'll say he will passively join you, giving up half of his reaction. Sure.
And can I just, like, kind of be like, here you go, and kind of, like, lug him onto Eric and then run up the steps?
Okay, so you pass the baby over. You
Yes.
got it. You pass responsibility to Eric, and Garland's just like, oh, he doesn't know how. He takes his reaction to follow you, and then he doesn't expect you to continue, so he like buckles in as you take off. Okay.
Then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement.
Yeah, it's like 10 feet. It's 20, 30 will probably get you,
to the base of the stairs or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, to the lip.
Yeah, I'll just use my full, and then I guess I'll use my action to keep running up.
Okay, so you dash, you get another 30.
Ooh, and I do have a bonus action dash, don't
15, 20. Yeah, you might as well bonus action, honestly, because you can get here probably with a dash.
Yeah, with a dash, I'll get to like down there, or to up here, but I won't go any further yet.
You can see the top. You could see the eye, like basically like here, like pretty much my camera up of the bearded devil from this vantage point, because this lip is only probably about 8 feet-ish, but this bearded devil's huge.
Can I
Friendly
use
didn't disappear.
So I use my action to
disappear.
dash. Can I use my bonus action to like try and duck down behind, like underneath the ridge?
Like a hide. Yeah, for
Bonus
sure.
action hide.
Yeah. I'll give you a bonus action high. You throw your body, you go prone. Deal?
Sure.
Okay. Or you're crouched, so to speak. You know, like you're not at a standing disposition. I'll give you like a crouch. Give me a stealth check.
Let me get my thing and stealth check. Oof. Not the greatest one, but
really not that bad with a +9.
Even with
I mean, it could be better, but yes,
it
not
could be
the
better,
worst.
but it is not the
true.
worst.
Only thing I can do better than that is try and persuade somebody out of something.
All right.
It's not a 1.
True.
You
yes.
feel hidden. You know, I mean, there's no other way of describing how you feel other than comfortable. Eric. Move up 20 feet, or 15, really, technically. You greet this little imp as he's just like floating there, flapping his wings. Just probably spewing blasphemy at you. You swing with your impressive +1 Warhammer. It just dodges out of the way. And then it like taunts you further. Imagine like a Tom and Jerry vibe. You continue to stare at it, contemplating. feel like you guys all came into this thinking we're just gonna step on a couple ants, walk up there and tell them to move. And then Jin showed up and screwed it all up. He Ultra Blasted and did nothing. Waited all this time to play. All this time to play to be nullified. Anything else, Eric?
No, I don't think so. Because I'm using my Shield of Faith to keep me at a high AC, so.
You got it. That's the truth. You'll notice, imps did not go last round. Wiggles will pull up his longbow and take aim at, for sure, the one that's probably being ignored. He sees you guys closer, or sees Jin closer. That's tough. I feel like he would try to help Jin because he looks surrounded. So help Jin for the first one and see how it goes. Excellent target bolt.
Doesn't his longbow have more damage? Wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's a D8.
Short bow that he's actually using. It's not a longbow.
We said longbow last session. Yeah. He said he was using the longbow.
Alright, I'll switch his item. Say I can't.
Watch it rolls like a 1. Shoot ourselves in the foot.
You guys requested it. I deliver. Results.
He rolled a 4.
Your own serving,
Okay, yeah, I'm willing to take that gamble.
This needs to be healed because I accidentally shot the wrong target. So we'll honor the first one just because of the. It would have been a D8, so that would have been a base potential. Okay, I'll roll the D8 and we'll just swap out the damage. If it's more than that, then I'll honor it.
Okay.
Otherwise,
yeah.
It is. Boom.
Yeah.
As he fires, you just see the imp that's one of the imps south of Jin just immediately just fly. End up pin someone to the ground ahead. He then looks up. He probably looks up and is like, okay, let me help both sides, can't be greedy. He says weird things like that. I won't be greedy. I'll shoot all of them. And then fires again. No purchases it. This one dodges. Looking back at its buddy that dodged Eric, and it's just like throwing up a little thumbs up like he's okay. And Wiggles will hold ground. Rolly, still unbeknownst to the rest of the crew, a disembodied voice. What do you do?
I'm gonna start by basically yelling out to Gowron, like,
you look pretty fucked up. Here you go.
I'm gonna cast a healing word on him.
You got it. You cast healing word. Give me the saves. Give me the saves. Let's see the healing.
Y'all slay me.
Minimal healing. He ain't gonna complain. He's gonna take that. He's gonna say, he's gonna give you like a thumbs up from the distance. He doesn't know what direction, so he just puts a thumbs up.
Getting knocked out or not? All right. Action. What do I do? I'm gonna vicious mockery this guy here.
You got it.
Get fucked, you stupid imp. Die.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. And he like looks like offended. It's just like pissed and like disapproval of your statement. 17.
All right, I'll use my bonus to give it a minus D8.
So I have to roll a 2?
Actually, I already used my bonus. Never mind. I used my bonus to heal Gowron. Yep. Oh wait, no, that's a reaction. I can use my reaction.
All right. You want to use your reaction? So I have to get a 2, right, in order to fail? Because it's a 16?
Yeah. So 15.
Absolutely. After he gets offended and he like goes to like look proud, and then he just like gets a stupid look on his face, and he's just like, and
Six psychic damage.
6. Max
and it
damage.
has
Very
just
nice.
disadvantage on its next
You
attack
got
roll.
it. As it looks at you and just hisses back. And its teeth seethe. Anything else, Rolly? You got it. As you walk up, you immediately see this imp respond to your approach, right as you get in range. And you see a stinger coming to your direction.
Wait, to me?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
invisible.
I know.
I'm invisible.
I'm very well aware of what you are, good sir. These guys are badasses.
They have like true sight or something?
They can see you, or these imps can see you. As you walk up, it immediately throws its stinger in your direction. I'll give it a disadvantage, though. I'll give it disadvantage. Let me roll one more time. All right, so it goes in. You see it instinctively. It's not so much that it's staring at you, more so that its body immediately reacted to trying to harm you as you got close to it. And then you see the imp just like, he like looks in the general direction of where the tail stabbed at. He does miss with that
To
disadvantage.
be honest, I didn't even see that one there. I thought it was part of the tree. Oh, well.
Hey. So there were 6. You said there were 5. You lied to us at the beginning.
You know, you guys saw me summon up to 5 at the end of the session.
You lied to us at the end.
There's a bonus one hiding there. There's a condition in which they summon. I saw it when Rolly moved over there, so I took the opportunity. Okay. With that, it is going to take another sting at disadvantage.
Feels bad when the DM lies.
It was a miscount. No one else looked. You guys, they all looked the same. Anyone could have been like,
yeah, I thought it was like an apple. Like I literally thought this was an imp right here.
All of a sudden, I'm giving apples.
And then I was like, it's not a fucking imp.
You know what? That's because
I'm like zooming in really close on the map and like looking at all these tree stumps and shit.
That's because we had Wiggles putting apples in the trees. You know, it's not my fault. He was trying to put them back, trying to deceive you guys. All right. 14 misses still. So Sting comes at you, and then another one missing. Rolly, as you are probably now aware that you should not get too close to these things. Though the imp itself seems to struggle to actually sense you, its stinger seems to have an understanding of your whereabouts. It's as if 2 parts of its body aren't completely in communication. You move there, you end your turn?
I can't do anything else.
You got it. Jin, you just see this imp going crazy, stinging the air around it. Uncertain if it's okay or if maybe it's gone loony.
I'm gonna focus that imp.
You fire. Mega Man Blast flies across the way about 25 feet, making solid impact. As you give me 9 points of Genie Wrath, 12, knocking it straight out of the air. Rolly, you're staring at it, trying to be careful around it, and you just see it.
To it.
Does he have to use it for the next attack, or can he hold on to it?
Let's see. It says up to 10 minutes. You can use it whenever you want.
I'd let it roll over because this was like an insta kill with that one attack. As you fire across, you see this imp in front of you, Rolly, just disappear almost before the force damage even gets him to the ground. Body dissipates and fizzles off into its home. You then fire again.
One to my right.
All right, this one's dead already.
Dead already?
Yeah.
Is this one dead over here?
No. I'll delete the dead.
Okay, I'll focus on that one.
You got it.
Want me to re-roll or?
No, you're good. You fire. You just turn around. You're just like a little machine gun. As you turn focus and blast this one.
Can I use Bardic on that?
Sure.
Is that for damage? I can't remember.
Yes, for his. Mm-hmm.
My special abilities.
Beautiful. You do the damage necessary as you blast it, and it like looks and it's like teeth sharp and wide, and before it hits the wall, dissipates. Nice. Sending 2.
Okay. I'm gonna move real quick. All right. I'm good.
Yeah, you reposition. Gowron comes back up. He looks behind him and feels a little better. Focuses ahead of him. Runs up and goes up for a high jumping uppercut. He's just like, Eric, going in for that advantage.
All right, sorry about that, everyone.
No one missed you. Just kidding. Welcome back.
Damn, that's harsh. Shit.
Damn. Gowron came in on a save there. Sorry. Is your system okay? Did I crash your system?
No, my modem just for some reason decided to like kill itself for like 5 minutes. So.
Gotcha. You wanna call out your ISP for failure?
It's trash, and I'm gonna just say that Xfinity is really bad.
You got it.
It's one of 2 options in my building, so I'm kind of stuck.
At least you have 2. That's more than most people.
That's partially true.
I'll
Yeah.
just agree with
First
you.
world problems.
Xfinity has never let me
Yeah.
down, so
Really, it's gone. Like I've lived in my apartment complex for 3 months now, and it's gone down 4 times already in 3 months.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
It's not good.
Well, you didn't miss a turn yet, so that's the good news.
Cool.
So thanks Xfinity for coming back online. You get back just in time to see Eric get called out as Gowron runs up and comes to chuck down on this imp with a 23. I'm trying to see why it's green like he critted.
do you have a 19 crit? Is he like a fighter or some sort?
It might be the item. You check. I mean, it could be him, his items. Oh, yeah, it's the item. Okay. Yeah, he crits with his stoned knuckles. So we gonna get some crit damage up on him. That was
An overkill? Yeah.
that was absolutely overkill. As he comes down and just
smushed.
instantaneously crushes the bean, the imp, as the imp is looking at you, and then by the time he hears it, Gowron's behind him and just comes down and hits the ground, and you just see this like black kind of Stranger Thing vibe particles just dissipate.
Very nice.
Thank you.
To the other.
He wipes his face. Plan to. He turns around and runs up, and this one he does like a forward throwing thrust with his fist. That's the longest way of attacking I've ever done with Gowron. And he misses. I don't know why I did damage. That was totally my bad. I don't remember how much health it had. So we're going to give it back the 9 that I would have done. Sorry, guys. Gowron swings. Flying right past it. Go ahead.
I can't get back to Foundry right now.
It's because it says you're in here. I'm going to kick you.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Refresh your screen and it should let you log in. Yeah?
Yes.
Ooh.
Wait.
Awesome.
Nope.
Still great?
Yeah.
Close your browser and reopen it. Or
all right. Try it from scratch.
I want to make sure you see what happens to you. I mean, I want to make sure you can see the screen.
It's still grayed out. Weird.
Okay. Let's see.
I don't have anything else open.
Let's see. I'm going to refresh everybody. Aw, Kazamina.
Are you able to kick the character?
Yeah, I did.
Out and then...
I did, and you still couldn't get it. So,
weird. Okay.
Let's see. Everyone should be getting tossed back to, or refreshed or tossed back. I'm not sure. Does it refresh your guys' screens right now?
I still see the regular screen.
Yeah, it's the same
so
to me.
You guys are loading in slowly.
I guess
I didn't even refresh. I didn't notice it.
Well, whenever I go into the user profiles, my whole thing has to like rewipe. So Mina, you're not in or you're in?
I am not in.
Okay, yeah, it shows you still here. Okay, I'm gonna kick you again.
Eric and Rolly.
See Eric and Rolly? Weird. Oh, now I see.
Now I can.
Now I see Eric, Rolly, and not Eugen.
Cool.
Refresh yours. Technical.
Still no.
Difficulties. Still no.
Alright,
Let me
shut down the whole server and start us back up, I guess.
I don't think that's it. It's his catch. I think maybe wipe your catch just for this for the server if you know how to do that, because it's cooking your browser's logged in. Because on our end, I kicked you twice.
do I go? How do I do that then? Do I just do return like?
It would be like your
Not
settings, your
returns.
cookies on the site.
Oh,
you have to pull the
the
site to delete
okay.
just the Foundry instance of the
Gotcha.
cat. If that doesn't, let me know if you're able to do that real quick. If that doesn't work, then I'll reboot the server.
I'm looking in the settings if there's anything like in Foundry that lets you do that, but probably not. And again, if you open it in a different browser, then that would also work.
It could hook here. I'll just reboot the server. That'd probably be quickest. Everyone's gonna get kicked.
Down.
No, administrator password. I know it.
Oh,
I know it.
he knows it. Oh,
That's a concern.
The administrator, he must have changed it.
Bummers. Feels bad.
Time to get on my password cracker.
I just listened to his key clicks and I
keystrokes, and I can tell by the noise.
There are crackers. There are stories of that being a thing.
Well, like on keypads, like that's easier because they definitely make unique.
Yeah, they make like a beep sound. That's like.
All right. It still says Mina's already logged in. Mina, were you able to get in or no?
Yeah, I was able to get in.
Oh, okay, cool. I was about to kick your ass right now. All right, cool. You guys are back.
Relative pitch could probably do it pretty well. People with perfect pitch could do it perfectly.
Yep. So, Mina, you see this bearded devil. Watch your approach. You hear him kind of gurgling. Well, Wiggles would be the only one that understands it, and he wouldn't yell it to you because he wouldn't have that opportunity. Stu, you don't know what he means. Do it. You see him move forward, look down, hold up his glaive, and spear it down toward you like he was fishing. And the glaive comes down at you. Missing wildly as easily. You know, maybe you don't even have to sidestep. Pulls back and it goes in for another. That is something the DM likes to see. As it comes down a second time, measuring up your distance from the first swing, and it just slices your left shoulder as you take 9 points of damage. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please. You feel like this little sizzling burn linger after you just feel this laceration come across, and then nothing. It's just like
no con save.
No. You see the creature above just. He watches you.
He was
instead.
a scat performer.
It is now, Mina, your turn. The adversary stands about 15 feet in the sense of reach for you.
Shit. Well. I guess I'm just gonna run up and yell, "Come help me kill this guy." 10, 15.
You yell as you 20, flee off to the side.
25.
Right as you get up close to it, its beard just throws itself right at you.
Sure.
Mina runs to it with embrace. I'm here. as it completely somehow misses. You just see Mina everyone sees Mina disappear in this barrage of tentacles, thinking the worst situation is going down. But Mina, it's like they were going past you and they were exposing the open, weak spot of this being. What do you do?
I'm just gonna try to take a stab at him.
Go for it. Go for the attack.
Nope.
Yeah, take a stab at him with a 14 and miss. As you get close, you hit like what seems to be like a hard bone, and you're like, I'm right there, and the bone like catches the blade in a way where it reflects it outward. Instead of you going into the target, you end up missing completely. What do you do?
That's all I got.
Right here. Hold on. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Let me go say goodnight to my kid. And then if that's all you got, Mina, Eric, you're up.
Right, quick question.
You're back.
I guess not.
No questions for you.
I just kind of wanted to know how tall
Question denied.
these walls were, because I'm a pretty tall guy.
I'll just, scale it. You're good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if they're like 5 foot, I probably could. I am 7 foot tall. And quite strong.
All right, what's your game breaking
How
plan?
tall are
Eric?
these walls?
You're looking at about 10 feet for that one. They're about 10 feet apiece,
10
taking a
feet?
total of because they start on this tile. Don't trust your measurement tool. Remember, this whole grid thing was all messed up. That's not the grid I
That's
wanted.
the only thing I can trust by movement. That's what I've been moving off of, is the fact that it's...
Yeah, the flat surface, not the lateral. And I did describe it as 30 feet high at the very top.
all hacks.
Oh,
I turned on all hacks. I opened a command terminal.
Eric takes to the stairs, just like Mina had to. As odd as that was for me, that I have to go through the entire struggle of climbing stairs.
I dashed.
You hustle your way up these steps.
You know what? I'm gonna move just a little bit more because fuck you. I'm joking.
Wiggles. This one's. Oh, I missed that one. That's right. Wiggles is going to shoot at the one in front of Gowron. He's like, all right then. Fires. Hits the target. Imp. Then take 7 points of damage as the arrow goes right through one of the imp's wings, just straight through. And you hit the imp just flapping, and there's like air going through the opening, making it very difficult for them to keep balance. As you see, Wiggles kind of goes to Jin. Jin, should I shoot through it or make another hole? As he's trying to decide whether he challenges himself on this next shot.
Through it.
He then fires again. And it managed to, as it goes right through the wing of the previously made hole, it brings enough gust with it that it throws the imp in a circle. And he just flies right into Gowron, and Gowron catches it and does the final squish. Well, that imp is now dead. He will never get
It
that
has
opportunity.
disadvantage on
It's
life.
gone.
As that amazing Wombo Combo team collab kills the final imp present on stage. Wiggles goes, what do you think of that? As it goes into Rolly's turn.
Okay.
Boom. Invisible,
Imp's
imp
around.
free, massive bearded thing.
We do. You. yeah, I'll just go over like here. I will try and vicious mockery this purple dude.
Okay. Drop me a vicious
My
mockery.
friends are almost up there. They're gonna stab me in the back. You stupid idiot. You're gonna die.
DC 15.
Charisma?
Wisdom.
Or wisdom. 14, it fails.
6 psychic damage, and then disadvantage on
real quick. You would have you would have to move 20 feet up, but you do have that movement to still be in range. So just move 20 feet up. All right. It takes 6 points and has disadvantage on its following attack. Correct.
Yep.
All right.
And I'll use Fury the Small.
Pump in
that
3.
3 damage.
As you mock it and give it such horrible words of advice, it just kind of what looks to you shrug it off, but you understand that you laid in beyond that.
I mean, it's probably scared. Nobody's probably ever gotten it this low in health.
Jin, tell me you're gonna ever blast it, right?
No.
Are you sure? It'll work this time. You know, Eric put on all hacks. You're ready for this now.
Let's see. I'm gonna do this.
You fireball it. It stands there, putting its hands up as the fireball comes in its direction.
Would he have known that I healed?
None of you guys told him. But maybe he.
I mean, was he there? Was he there?
He technically would have been present. Fireball, when Rolly did it to open up the combat, did heal the creature.
I healed him for pretty much everything we had
I
done
will
already.
I will allow you to recall that. I just wanted to see what you were going to do before I changed your train of thought. But yeah, Fireball, you would have known would have healed the enemy.
Okay. Well, fuck.
Well, fuck.
But you can still do it even with this knowledge, by all means.
No.
That'd have been awesome. Like you heal him, you do like max damage, and then you kill all of you guys. That'd been great.
I mean, like that was like the first thing that happened. It was he got all
That
beat
was a-
up
that
at
was a good
Wiggles, and then he got hit, and he felt like way stronger than what he was. So yeah. He would have known.
I don't think he would kill everyone. I'm sorry. I think you're really underestimating this Grave Domain cleric.
You know, you guys all have green health bars except Mina, so yeah, I'm really assuming the worst impossible possibility right now, but I'm hopeful. I'm rooting for the guy.
The impossibility.
Yeah. Man, Jin is stumped. No Eldritch Blast, no Fireball. Why did he come on this adventure?
I'm trying to hex it.
All right, we're going for the hex. Do I have to say? I don't think so. It's just done. You just hex it.
Yeah,
Boom.
it just happens.
So don't say you try. Say you do.
I'm gonna do wisdom for the ability checks and all that.
You got it. All right.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Beautiful.
Like
You mark it with a hex. It looks off into your direction as if it understands what you're doing. It gurgles. Yeah, all right. He's like, Rolly, where are you? This is tiring. And he starts in his own dash.
You just punch yourself in the face.
Me being unconscious would not help anyone.
You do not know me very well.
It is then, as you guys are bickering amongst one another.
Are you a necromancer?
You
I'm a
then hear
grave
the
domain
bearded devil,
cleric.
and he is going to slash down with his glaive. At Gowron, making that contact hit
Disadvantage because
at
of the
disadvantage with minimum damage if he hits. Let me roll a d20.
This is the next
Whoops,
attack.
that's
so.
not a d20. There we go. Yep, he absolutely would have missed. So he
falls off the
swings
cliff.
wildly as you guys are complaining. He kind of missteps and completely misses and then looks back. His tentacles focus on Mina. Very nice, very nice. Mina, we have another dance where you somehow managed to so swiftly and easily just do the whatever Mina does, she does it with grace. And it's going to throw one more glaive in Mina's direction. With frustration, you see this being just getting really worked up. It is just having a rough of a time as it's just swinging wildly, throwing its physical aspects out there, and then it's just like he takes a deep breath, and then he lets it out. Eric or Mina, sorry, Mina.
I'm gonna try to move behind this guy. Oh, I guess he's just gonna lock on to me. Huh?
That was just me spinning.
Target locked. A shooting solution has been found.
And I guess hold my action to backstab him until Eric gets within range to hit this guy.
You got it. Eric. You move up. As you do, you see it kind of stiffen. It knows that it is now surrounded. Mina, you go in for your attack?
Oof.
Get advantage to see your fun.
Do
Yes,
I?
that is true.
Okay,
Yeah,
I do.
wasn't that the point?
Wow, I thought that was the whole
Yeah,
point.
I thought that was
I
what you were
thought you
doing.
did it on purpose.
That's why I was like, oh, okay, I'll
Well, I
move
didn't
and
realize
give
if
you
I got
advantage.
advantage from where I was standing.
Yeah, as
I
long
didn't
as it's
know
on
if,
the
It's
opposite end.
huge,
But
yeah.
that was just too funny. That was like the most accidental flank ever in existence. No one flanks on purpose. Look at Mina's a prime example.
Yeah,
I was
not-
like, wow.
not in
She held her action
Strixhaven.
to
They
like
just
wait,
run
like she's a
away
pro fighter.
That's like a pro flanking
Turns out
maneuver. I just want to just stab it later. You know?
Well, hey, to be fair, some people wouldn't characterize this as flanking. So
How?
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
don't
get it.
know,
Not
but
flanking.
I've seen it happen.
How is
so
this
I
not
don't know.
flanking?
Maybe they're saying you're flanking a pro. Who knows?
People
I
try
don't
and
know.
argue out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is a large creature.
Nonetheless,
So let me
you get the
do
stab in, Mina. Give me the damage.
Oh
As
shit!
you drop your
I didn't
low
send it
20.
to- here
Or what do you?
Gotta be sneak attack too. So
Did it send it to V to
Yeah,
what's
I
it
got it.
called?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a 20. 14 for sneak attack, 6 for damage.
Cool beans.
As you,
Oh, okay, yeah. Here.
as you hit it, Mina, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw, you say?
You puncture its physical body with
Nope.
this small dagger in your hand.
Ooh.
As you just feel this like compulsion push forward through you, just this, and you hear in your head like a chant, and then it kind of clears. But the chant is kind of like, and then it like fades out, and you see like what's weird is it's clear though there's no lights. You can see it perfectly. You see this inside of a large cavern, and there seems to be like this, I guess what Mina would describe as a parkour scenario of having to go through these like pedestals of sorts to get through. And then at the top, there's like an opening that opens directly above that even then would be its own challenge of getting out of without any kind of rope. The structure seems to have been traversed by this particular type of creature. As you come back to, it is at its knees, going into a full collapse. As it looks at Eric, it's like its tentacles go stiff first, and then his eyes roll back, and he tips over and falls over the ledge.
And crushes Gowron.
Gowron manages to just press himself against the wall. He looks up, thanks for the warning, all frustrated and not feeling great. As you guys hear a little ding in the air. Something has unlocked. No, I'm just kidding. That's how it would be in a video game, though. Combat comes to an end. Threats no longer looming. Cave no longer blocked by this
Check
big,
his
large
body.
creature.
Hope I get another nat 20.
You wish
Holy
to...
fucking shit, we beat him.
Rolly walks up impressed. Are you still invisible, Rolly?
I guess if combat ended, I would drop him.
As Rolly drops his combat prowess, Gowron goes,
It only lasts a minute anyway, so...
I mean, that would have been the whole combat, yeah. Okay, I gotta take off the skin. Whoops. There we go.
Oh, it was
As
so
Rolly
close
comes
to a
back
nat
into
20
vision,
again.
Gowron goes, I was wondering where you had been. He starts brushing
Those
himself
fucking
off.
imps surrounded me. I had to get the fuck out of there. Those fucking things hurt.
It would be
He
kind of
kind of
like
looks at his
one of my
self and
dressing one of my like stings.
he starts doing the same, and he's like, "You're telling me." Ugh. So, this
Wonderful.
thing talked big about things and stuff, but it's here now. Eric, what do you see? Eric, what you see, good sir, is a pouch on its person along its belt line. You see there's at least it's bracelets and bracers alone are probably worth maybe 100 gold if you were to take it somewhere or melt it. But they are large, so you guys, I don't know if you guys would take them with you. It's up to you. Its glaive is about 9 feet with the pole, and then an additional 3.5 to 4, arguably, for the blade. Very heavy in this sense, as the wood is completely solid. In the pouch, as you open it, it looks to be components, as if it was a spellcaster, though it did not cast anything.
It's in the cave, Gowron, that we had to fight this thing over.
I don't know. I was trying to go in, and it ran me out, yelling at me, like I had invaded a home of sorts. Though it was quite barren and was more of a really good workout spot for those who like to do difficult stunts. At least
Like
before
a
I got
gym.
kicked out.
We can open a gym here.
Perhaps you can go inside and
Yeah, let's
see
go
how
check it
much
out.
work will be required.
I'm gonna run. I'm scrambling up there.
You got it. As you scramble up.
So I got a
Mina goes in the
Was there
bottom one and
anything
disappears.
cool in it?
Just a bunch of spell components. You're not certain, like you don't really use many senses of spell components, so you're not quite certain the value of it.
I mean, what?
You don't use you're not like a witch, and most of your stuff comes from your belief. Like you don't actually sit there and let like motor pestle, rubbing these things together.
You'd have to have.
I mean, I got a components pouch
Proficiency
myself
in-
for all sorts of things.
Proficiency in merchants' tools.
Then it's a big
determine
component.
their value.
Yeah. It looks to be that the components within probably would have been used for a darker type of magic, even darker than what you know.
Even darker than me.
Mm-hmm.
Racist.
Definitely more of the you would assume not, to be less element based and more damaging based, which is even more surprising, as most of these you see like sulfur and what maybe is some phosphorus that would have been used for some kind of serious calamity, but was not experienced. So,
Smells of evil.
Healer. Did not make a cave scene because that's how far ahead I planned. I planned a theater of the mind. So, you guys are in a cave. As you guys enter, you see that there's a massive 60-foot platform before you. With such, here's what I'll do. Take a blank scene.
You said you didn't even think we were gonna get to this cave yet.
No, I purposefully in my head was
like specifically told us like we have to get through this cave, and then I asked him, I was like, I don't know, I was like a
You're
cool
like-
place I can set up
you're
like
like,
my workout tools
it's
and
gonna-
shit. Like,
it's gonna take
really,
them. It's gonna take them 3 hours to kill this guy who's I got a third of his.
So hold on, let me change the background of this. Do this. Oh, I didn't remember you guys over here.
I don't have any tokens.
You're not supposed to. Boom. So this is the entrance of the cave, right? And let's just say this is it wrapping around. Boom. I guess I could pick your little toe. Bloop. 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 All right. After 4 bloops later. Oh wait, I forgot a bloop. Hold on. I always forget him. I feel so bad. It's because he's not in your guys' player folder. I think that's the problem. He's literally in a whole different folder. All right, got him. As you guys walk in, you see about 60 feet out a platform, and then a steep drop. So 60 feet in distance. Okay. Furthermore, you then see past that drop. Here, these pillars in which Gowron spoke of that probably go about here. They're bigger. They're probably like a solid 10 feet space per. They all seem to be like in those kind of like cobalt pillars that would grow in natural constellation, and they all seem to be fairly spaced out. The furthest one, that was a tough one. The furthest one, I guess I should do the circle first and then the lines. Huh? That would make more sense. The furthest one is probably 10 feet. The closest being 5. Up the little markers where each are. Though they do not start at a base level for you guys to access. The closest one being this one is probably at a 15-foot incline. I'm impressed I've gotten this
is there
far.
anything on these pillars or anything that we see on them?
What looks to be footholds.
Okay.
They all seem to be made out of like cobalt, stone, like natural materials. Nothing fancy. I'll just put the pillars so you guys know where they are. So it looks to be going in this kind of fashion. These are all 5.
Oh, by the way, I give the component patch to this warlock because, warlocks are evil to me. So
You got it. You don't. The warlock doesn't know why, but you know why.
Thank you.
And then you see a lip right here.
Do not thank me.
That looks to kind of give you guys like a wall base, basically. Kind of like a solid, non-pillar ground, so to speak.
Is there any light in this cave too?
Absolutely not.
Perfect.
So anyone who doesn't have dark vision is outside of the 15 feet in is completely in the dark.
I mean, even with dark vision, I think we'd probably light a torch.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
Guess you have to 120 feet.
Well, Jin, this all looks perfect to you. You could see this massive cavern. You could see the challenge before you all. It will be not a test of endurance, but a test of skill and climbability. Or, for people like yourself, floating.
Flyability.
Nice.
So, this gap right here, in this zone, is considered too far to jump in the sense of it being probably about 30 odd feet. But if any of you guys have any festive ideas, by all means, but this is the safest route going the way laid out before you. How do you guys wish to proceed? Dang, this actually looks really good.
It
I don't know.
does,
I like it.
actually. I'm a fan of just how it looks for being hand drawn.
So, how do you guys wish? Okay, who doesn't have any vision?
Eric.
Eric, are you guys lighting a torch? Producing light in any way?
Yeah, I'd like.
Yeah, I think it'd be helpful to have.
Just a torch?
I've got a few on me, so.
So which of you guys would like to hold the torch? So imagine that the torch. So I guess that's 60. This is 10, 23. So what I'll do is, this is how light a torch. This is a torch, right? I'm gonna make a torch real quick for you guys, and I'll just move it along with whoever is assumably holding the actual torch. We'll leave one torch in, just for simplicity of me moving it around. I assume you guys want to give it to the guy who actually can't see.
Cast light.
I think I would touch Eric's. I don't know what he has. What kind of weapon do you have? Hammer?
Just
There
head.
you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, touch his
Warhammer.
head.
For some reason, I can edit my light. I broke it. Must be not. Whoa.
Why is this the second cleric that someone's booped my head to give me light?
It's a thing for you. You are a boopable character.
You just have like a searchlight, like a miner's hat.
I had a friggin' portal that was walking around the friggin' caves with his head constantly being booped.
You're just the booping type, sir.
So you're literally
Booping
playing
sort
like
ahead.
Mario, like
I had.
walking like Mario.
What do you
Some
mean?
caves.
I was thinking that, like the pipes.
Right now, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, like Mario.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
This is World
We
2
should just
right
take
now.
a long rest here. Let's set up.
I have no idea why this light is not turning on.
If you want to set up
They
camp,
must
Dan.
have changed the way they did light. Well, while I'm figuring it out, do you guys want to take a break now before going forward? Or how do you guys wish to go about it?
I think that might be smart. Like I would petition.
We should maybe take like a rest before we go explore this cave. We already beat the guy out front, so I don't think anything stronger than him is gonna show up.
Doesn't matter with Jin's little tiny hut.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
Mina is outside. Oh,
I tried. But it's so good.
Well, the light's not functioning correctly for some reason.
it's all good. I guess I'll see
Everything's
whatever.
broken.
What's the distance of the light? I guess
Maybe 30 feet, I believe. 20
20
bright.
feet,
20
10
bright.
feet in any direction, 20 feet radius.
Oh, no. That's
And
actually
dim light for an additional 20 feet.
So 40?
Oh,
So 20 bright 20?
bright light
Okay.
for 20. Crazy.
Yeah, 20 and 20.
So
yeah.
basically, as long as you're the one with the light, you could see fine. You just can't see anything
It's
beyond.
the
So
same as a torch.
if you were here and they were there, you'd barely be able to see them, but you'd be able to make everything out in your immediate area fine. So outside of the fact that you can't see beyond, you could just see what's in front of you. So just gives you a little imagine RP sense of clout. But from the understanding, you guys are considering taking a long rest or a short rest in this very, very dark cave.
I mean, we just found Gowron. He's all beat up. Like
He
we
is
should
all
probably
beat up.
just try and tend our wounds and focus on.
I mean, we're in a hut, so I mean, there's no point in not
Yeah.
taking the long rest.
We should chill.
You got it.
Yeah.
Do whatever.
Okay, for sure. 1 second. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Well, not 1 second. You guys are taking a quick the long rest in the hut. Is there any core things you guys wish to touch up on, discuss, RP with Gowron, etc.?
Yeah, I would kind of ask Gowron if he.
Have you seen any of our friends? Did you get a trail? How you been? Been a few days.
Yes, it's been some time. I did find, unfortunately, not the best of news. You see, the hiccup we have is they may be on a boat, and beyond this cave is a cove that they were taken to.
Oh,
Be casting off before we make it. That fella back there did not give us any benefit to our time. All the gears I can hear spinning in all your brains.
Which direction was the boat heading?
It was going west. He looks to you, Rolly, for the smoldering stock, but I cannot be certain that is where it will land. So between where you guys
it can
are,
be easy to track.
galleon in size. I'm sure we can still see it if we were to get through. We will know once we get past this, I'm certain. So you know, all of you guys know the little maps like everything got broke. That's the last time I'm gonna put a super cool thing installed. That did not work out at all. So between the locations, basically, where you guys are on like this like Africa bottom peninsula vibe, and then where that like curved hook goes, there's like that inland mini sea kind of space that's still probably a cool 30-40 miles of ocean. But on the other end of it, on the far west side, would be the desert region, this or where one would call the general area smoldering stocks due to the stocks that are there. Also, Rolly's homeland, and then north of that would then be like the green fields, and then the city of Bromel. So, you're not Rolly. You could assume that there's probably no business for them where you grew up, but that is a safe along the coast sea route.
If they're headed to the stocks, I got lots of contacts there. My dad runs half the factories up there and make a lot of glue. So, you know. If there's a ship passing through, they'll probably have heard of it.
I would hope. I'd imagine that they would be loud and obvious. Is there anything the rest of... Who is this, by the way? He looks to Eric.
Yeah. Who the fuck are you, anyway?
Kind of just joined us after the after the Jolly Roger burned down.
Showed up. Yep.
Didn't really tell us much.
Just a holy man. Just, searching for my mission.
Holy pigs.
But what are you looking for?
Make money with us.
Let it
cow.
No, and you do not.
Well, Eric did swear service to that deity we met up on that hilltop earlier a couple days back. That was something, right?
Yeah, we met a wind god, Galrod.
You met a god, and he let you walk away. I'm surprised you didn't insult him.
Yeah, I mean, I convinced him to,
Naturally, I'd assume the great Rolly and your pariahs.
Nobody convinces me of anything.
And you bring non-thing. How have you fared with them in your travels?
Wait, who is he talking? What?
He's talking to Jin. He really doesn't know what Jin is. Jin just comes out of a ring.
I mean, I'm a warlock.
Suppose. So your travels as a warlock have been...
Been what?
That's what he's wondering. He goes to
Be
Rolly.
good.
Rolly.
I think he's just trying to ask if you're doing okay. He's you know,
I'm worried
Don,
that your new group is not as bright as our last one. Perhaps we will
they
be
might not
doing
be as
smaller
bright,
jobs.
but they're way stronger. We fucked up the fucking goblin, the lizard guy, goblin king.
You what? Run that by me again.
Right.
Are you
The
telling me
Cannibal King, right?
the Cannibal
The
King?
cannibal king. Yeah, we fucked him up. We sent him
Rolly,
back to it.
Rolly. Who attacked first?
He did. He wanted that little thing that he gave us, the little device.
Why didn't you just
But
give it to him?
I
It was
lost it.
his, not
I
ours.
lost it.
You see him pacing. And where is he now?
Hold on, Gelrong, can you catch the rest of us up a little bit? I don't know that we all know the story here.
It would make sense he attacked you all because none of you were with Rolly when he sent him off. This makes a lot more sense. Is he dead? Before I go.
No.
The Cannibal King was a right hand to my cousin, who is the probably strongest gang leader on the east side of this continent, Anquay. He abducts me from time to time for services, so I have served with this Cannibal King, Rolly, and others, unfortunate to them, were also in business with the Cannibal King. We took something of his, entrusted to us, and Rolly here lost it. Rolly, where do you think it is? It had more value to us probably than him. You saw how Wolfric looked at it.
I mean, it was in the little alms box that I had in my coat. I checked it like literally 2 days ago, and it was there. I didn't touch it.
2 days. Wait, what, Mina? You're the thief, right?
Hey, that's a little.
Yeah, I don't think these guys would have stole it.
Subjectively, but Mina, as a thief, how would you have done it?
Probably in his sleep. Honestly, if I knew where it was, but
he's a timid sleeper. Possible.
Yeah, I wake up at the sound of like anything.
You stole it. No, theory. You as a thief steal it and do what with it? It looks valuable. It doesn't function except when that wizard touched it.
If I didn't know what it was, but if it looked shiny, I'd probably try and pawn it off, I guess.
There's no town to
But
pawn.
if I knew its worth, then I would probably disappear with it.
But where? You need to find this device. I can't even consider where it might be. Maybe the wind god took it, and that's why he let you all live. Nonetheless, we now have a new threat. We are no longer pursuing, we're being pursued. Rolly, if you were going to fight him, you should have killed him. Villain will be onto us very soon, I'm sure. Where was his men?
Most of them got fucked up before we got there, so he was there with just a couple guys.
So did you interrupt a going conflict? What happened to them?
I thought that you told us, at least I'm trying to remember, that there was some reason that he had less dudes than normal.
Yeah, he got screwed. His cousin, Gowron's cousin, figured out that he was up to stuff and turned on him in the middle of a job with the Goblin King. Assumably based off of the way the story goes.
Cousin got half his fucking dudes before we got there.
And he knows more than we do. Rolly, we said we weren't going to get mixed up in this. If you don't have the device,
Yeah, well, that's
and we
too
don't
late
go
for
and
that.
find it,
It
we just have to
certainly
run.
sounds like it's too late for not getting mixed up in it.
But we can flee. Villain Wardlow and us killed can track us from anywhere. Though, if my cousin is at war with him, that means he too will probably stay in hiding till the time comes right. If you've hurt him enough
he said he
to
was
not
fleeing
pursue
the
us
whole damn
now,
island.
then we should be fine here. But what happened to the device? Seems too silly for it to just fallen out. He contemplates on it for a while. He goes on to in detail about the entire arrangement that basically they all had. From the gist of it, Jin, Mina, and Eric, you guys realize that running into Rolly was probably the worst decision because you guys had no clue what this little goblin has been harboring this entire time and what kind of people he has been playing games with. To you guys, Mina, you're not overly familiar, but you're somewhat familiar with the Hollow Jin through passing with your master. Eric, you've only read it or seen factional things about it. But the way Gowron talks about it and the way he talks about their place in it is they're the Aladdins, and there's a bunch of Jafars, like a bunch of them, and they all got different tricks.
Oh shit.
So because they're ran by different districts, so it's like a large city that's super gang infested, but ran by a bunch of different gangs, and some of them like each other. Then the next day, some of them they don't, and they all are big players. Where Rolly was a big performer, so he's known there,
and
but he's not known
gang
there.
Fighter.
Yeah, now, but he's not known there as he's our best pal. He's more or less a collection kind of visit usually, or we got something we need you to do kind of visit, more so than him being in favor with everybody. And at the moment, it sounds like he's pissed off some of very powerful players. So that is the seat that you will share here in this tiny hut as your long rest comes and goes. Does anyone choose to take watch? It's not necessary due to the conditions, but you may choose to.
No, I'm gonna rest.
You got it. Anyone else? All right. You guys all just snooze. Wake up. So pure darkness. Outside, it's still dark outside, but you could see that it's because the sun's barely coming up. And you guys are on a cliff blocked by view. But you'll see the sun soon enough from that vantage point.
Let's go try and make it to this cove where the boat sails out. We can get a good glimpse of it.
How do you guys wish to approach the challenge before you?
The 5-foot jump?
Oh, all of them. I mean, you guys can go one by one, but talk it out. Like, what are you guys all doing individually? This isn't a Mina makes the cross and everyone teleports there.
Eric is blind, so.
Well, if you have a torch, which I thought we discussed you were gonna light, or someone would light. Oh, there you go, Jin. Boom, yeah. Jin.
Well,
what are you
everybody.
casting it on? Oh,
I'm
everyone.
hitting everybody in the head. Just here.
Okay, let's see. Yep. Boom. Easy. Just a little pop across the way. As everyone is illuminate in their immediate vicinity. And those of you who had perfectly fine vision now no longer see the grays, at least in your immediate vicinity. So how do you guys approach? There's like a quiet echo, no breeze.
So you said we could just climb up this way?
That particular one, yes. But the rest are all gapped.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
But it's a 15-foot steep, like it's 15 feet high. So
playing hopscotch here.
I'm gonna pull out my lute and just kind of play a little super fast tune, and I'm gonna cast enhance ability. So I'm actually gonna use Cat's Grace. So I have advantage on dex checks, and I take 20 foot less fall damage.
you got it. All right. Well, if you fall, no one knows how deep it goes. more like a whistle blown, and you're not quite sure when to stop whistling, so you just stop because you run out of air, and then you think about continuing, and you realize you get the point. So who does what first? The first one's the easiest. It's 15. It's a 15 feet vertical.
Head up.
As you take your time climbing, you get up there, and you're like, wow, that was the easiest part. From then on, you got 10-foot gaps. Well, 10-foot gap, then 5, 5, 5, 5, 15. And for argumentative purposes, you guys cannot go this way because it's technically much further apart. So.
Thinking Gowron and I can probably toss people pretty easy together.
Yeah, it would not be an impossibility. Jin, how do you wish to approach this challenge? With the rest of your group or shamefully without?
I'm gonna wait till they get a little further in and just flip.
You got it. Gowron goes, Jin, there is space up here for all of us. All right, suit yourself. Mino, be ready for a launch.
Sure.
Eric and Gowron are both going to do strength checks. Based off of their strength check, depends on the projectile in which you fly.
Did you not
They do well.
let Gowron rest? Poor guy.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Wow.
Depending on how they roll, depends on what you have to meet,
luck.
Nina. Yeah, he was doing pretty bad. So basically, the thresholds are in sets of 5. So below a total of below 5 on both of their rolls means you have to roll really high. The higher they roll, the lower you have to roll for your landing. Make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. Give me a athletics if you're good at it.
I'm very good at athletics.
Athletics, it's a strength. Solid pushes as Nina, you kind of like brace yourself and they just both launch you across. You do your majestic hurdle. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, please. As you're flying gracefully toward the platform ahead. You know it's going to hurt a little. You shift right a little worse, and you might have given yourself a sprain. But to them, you probably looked very graceful and elegant. More of a personal judgment than a display of capabilities. Rolly, you're the next smallest figure. You know, ladies first, then the ugly. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's fucking go. Yeah, fuck yeah, let's go.
Gowron goes, Eric.
Ooh.
Oh, well then I'll help you. He was going to do it himself. He's going to help you. All right. They both grab you, Rolly, and you must be slippery or something. But they throw you, and it doesn't seem like it's enough gusto. As you kind of feel like you got to do like a little long jump extension. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. Good sir.
Save or check?
Save.
Acrobatics check? Okay. Dex save.
Yeah. Beautifully done. You extend yourself. You know it's all in your own landings. And you make easy contact. As you play a little jingle, you have arrived. Let me actually...
So spoken.
Gowron looks to you, Eric. Well, not my specialty, personally.
I will, I guess, allow him to springboard off my hands. Help him.
It's like, okay, let's do this. He runs toward you.
I'm going to give Gowron Bardic as he jumps.
Inspired Gowron as he hurls through the air.
And he dies.
He then rolls a d8 for inspiration. And you see him. He's just gonna miss it as he hits the side. He's like, and he's like, he manages to hold the lip. He's just like, Rolly, some help. Nina.
Yeah, grab his hand. Come on, pull him
Yeah,
up.
I'll
Like
try
throws
and
it at
help.
both of you guys. Give me strength checks.
Oh
Hell yeah.
man, this is how
Off to a great
Gara
start.
died.
Beautiful. As you guys both throw
Oh,
yourselves forward, you grab onto his hands, and all three of you go over. You three start falling into a free fall. You guys drop 20 feet. Jin, Eric, any reactions? They're all holding onto each other in like a parachute-like manner at this point.
I mean, I don't know if I can do anything to help them.
You'd be like, oh shit.
You guys just hear like an echoing, oh shit, in slow motion as the three of you are falling. Rolly, anything?
I mean, I do have cat's grace. I could cast slow, but that would actually like slow time. It would just I don't know. Depends on how the DM wants to rule that.
I guess I could.
That wouldn't really help.
I'm gonna, I guess, seek Ara's guidance in this, and hopefully he'll help.
Oh,
Yeah, it could work. Pray. You praise.
give me a D100.
Pray to God.
Thoughts
How
and
do you?
prayers.
What are you? What like? How do you word this? The seek.
Ara, these fools, they need you to put wind beneath them.
Give me that D100. Let's see where we get. Hmm. You don't feel an immediate like graceful reach of a connection. You're not sure if it's because you're in the cave and it's just a disconnect, but you're also not certain how you like now that you're in here. You feel like there's like an absence of wind, as I had described. There was like a quick breeze from the outside in. Otherwise, there's almost no life in the sense of this cave. As you call this request, you see them decline 10 feet further. As you three are falling, Gowron is just like looking at you with pleading eyes. Really, Gowron is useless. He is nothing but a paperweight at this point. You guys are probably gonna surpass the lip back onto the side Jin is on in the next 10
Can
feet
I like
if you
take
guys
out?
don't.
Can I take out like a python or something to like grab into the rock, like catch myself?
Okay.
I have
A
a
Python
grappling
is
hook.
large, and okay, grappling hook would
I
be
throw a.
significantly better to
I throw.
use.
Yeah, I use a grappling hook and try to.
Okay.
So
Give me a range attack, as I assume you're trying to grapple up toward Jin, though Jin is not aware of this. Eric, you see Rolly pulling out this this quick hook with quick thinking, and you
on
fling
that
it
20.
as it hacks on. But Rolly, is it tied to anything?
I mean, grappling hooks have prongs in them, so it would like hopefully like dig into something. Dig
No,
into
no, no,
the.
no. I get that. I mean the back end, your side.
Oh, yeah, it's attached to a rope.
I mean, is that rope attached to you in any way other than you holding it?
I'm holding it. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a
I'm trying to save myself.
strength. Okay, give me a strength save as everyone else is holding on to you like a dead
I'd be
weight
able to
as you're
hold these two
swinging.
fools up.
Give me a strength check. Let's see if you have the gusto to kill. It's a burn. It's burning fast, and you're running out of length. You guys are falling probably another 10 feet. Your rope is running out of length.
Can I give
You
bonus?
either
Can I bonus
pick
bardic
one of
on
them off
myself? Like,
somehow, or sure. I'll allow it in this moment as your hands are burning and you're
I'd be
desperately trying to hold
everything that
on.
I got to like save myself.
Yeah, for sure. But they're
Never
holding
mind.
on to you.
Never mind. It
Nina,
doesn't
what are
make a
you
difference.
doing in this instant? As you see Rolly quick reacting, you realize that you're providing heavier weight holding on to Rolly. How do you react?
I would, I guess, with one hand, try to pull out a crowbar and try to like see if I can't like makeshift jam it into like the side of the rock here or something. Find it, like try and find like a spot where I can maybe
Okay, give me a strength check as you try to jam it in the decline in a position of favor. As you manage to get a sweet spot, you hook it. I wouldn't say you would 100% let go, but I'll allow it to
Right.
assist you in grabbing onto the rope with Rolly, where Rolly, you no longer feel a weight of Mina, but you do still feel a weight of Gowron, as Gowron goes, Rolly! What do you tell him to do?
I mean, how far down can we see anything? Can we see the bottom from where we are?
You cannot see the bottom from where you are.
Jesus. Why are
You
we
guys are
jumping
about
off this?
35 feet below the initial platform Merchant was on.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if there's any spells I can cast.
Anyone else? Jin, Mina, Eric. Jin, technically you can't see them. Well, you do see the grappling
The
hook.
edge?
Yeah,
Oh, the
you
grappling
see
hook?
the head of the
Okay.
grappling hook there.
Ooh, I can do something. I'm gonna cast.
Holding on to them.
Let's see. Perfect feature.
Eric, you can see
Higher
them
levels.
clearly from here. I mean, you can't. Yeah, you
I
can see
can
them
see
clearly.
the
You can
light.
see them clearly. Yeah, because of the light. Yes, you can. You can see exactly their position based off that
I can
light.
cast enhance ability. I'll upcast it so they both have advantage on strength now.
Okay. Jin, do you do anything?
I was trying to move towards the grappling hook to look down, but character was not moving.
Because you're casting
There you go.
spells all over the place.
I see that.
Yeah, it doubles our carrying capacity and gives us advantage
Very
on
nice.
strength
Very
checks.
nice. Okay. I will allow Mina and Rolly one more time to try to hold on to Gowron. He's literally holding onto your hand, so there's no way for him to pull, like to pull himself in any other kind of manner. So he's dependent on you guys. And it's advantage.
Yeah.
Cool. That was advantage, Ring.
Damn.
Rolly, Mina, your hand slips. You let go. Oh, Gowron. Gowron swings. He's like, Rolly! As he holds on to you, Rolly, you tense and you feel your arm socket get pulled out, like you just dislocated your arm, your shoulder, and he's just like, I'm sorry. This might hurt one more time. And he pulls on your arm, and you give out a gobbling yell as he basically further separates your shoulder to hoist himself up to grab on the rope, so he doesn't have to depend on your feeble body to keep his weight. As you guys are now all holding on to the rope, you guys see the grappling hook Jin immediately get taut in quick tension and just dig in, but it's sliding. It's not in the best position. How do you and Eric respond?
I grab onto the rope and start hoisting.
All right. Go ahead and give me your strength check. Jen, do you assist him? Or do you roll your own?
Yeah, I would assist.
Give it to me with advantage, sir. You can use athletics if it's better.
Yeah, I mean, athletics would have been better.
Go ahead, do athletics. Much better. You see Eric just suck that cow gut up and just hoist. It is a very, very slow process. Jen, you eventually probably find a way to help at some point when the tension gets a little easier. Mina, when it gets high enough for you to like put your feet on the crowbar, you take that opportunity to do it to make it a little easier for them to hoist up the other two. It probably takes you guys a cool 45 solid minutes to get back onto solid ground and feel safe again. Gowron looks at Eric and goes, perhaps I throw you next time and see how that goes. Anyone have another way? I don't know if I can get past that first one. The others, trivial.
Maybe we
Last
can get some wood and
worse.
like build something to go across.
There's
Well,
plenty of trees outside, right? There's all that.
Anyone have an axe?
I only have hammers.
We can turn one into paper by the time we cut it up into planks with that. If we can gather it, yes, but how are we going to knock a tree down and cut it up. Do you wield the powers? He looks across all of you. He has no magic capabilities.
Yeah, I thought I had a builder's kit, but I
What do you guys do?
I mean, I can allow them to sharpen my axe and then mend it, or my hammer and then mend it again.
We gotta get over this
Still a
get
long
to the
process.
cove if we want to catch the ship.
But yeah, it's
So
gonna take forever.
maybe we all don't go. Maybe just like one of us goes. Jen, you can
Point.
fly over there, right?
What if
Everyone looks
Technically,
at
yeah.
Jin awkwardly.
Yeah, I could roll it.
what could you maybe set up like a rope track almost by like securing it with like different, I don't know, supplies like pittons or something, or like help kind of like making almost like a safety rope in case somebody does fall as they're crossing, or maybe we can use it to like latch onto and crawl
Just want to
across or
say this
something.
is
you could
funny
rig
because
it
this
up
is
so
the
like if
first time that Jin's been asked to do anything with the rope. Well, this is how Neural kind
It's
of
true.
died.
It's very
Jin
true.
Ropes is traumatized right now. He's like, we don't have a surgeon here. Where's Zeke?
don't we have the magic rope? Is that
Neural's not
We
here
have
anymore. That's what I'm saying. This
we
is
have a rope.
hilarious.
God
I
damn
mean,
it? We had a
if
magic
you guys have
rope.
rope, we can try.
I
I'm
mean,
down.
I got some rope. Let's see, how much do we need in total?
I mean,
It
Rolly
looks
can easily
like
pull up the rope that was used on the
Yeah.
thing too. I mean, each bundle of rope I believe is 45 feet or 50. I feel like it's 45.
I think it's
Probably
50.
50. Yeah. So imagine each of you had one in your kits. You'd have 100, 200, 250 if I'd give you wiggles. 250 of rope. Gowron wouldn't have shit with them.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Really, yeah. I mean, it's just the
40.
gaps that would need the rope, but to run across the entire track, each platform is 10 feet if you want to add that to the math. Still should be underneath what you have.
so we can do this one of two ways. We go
Oh, it's 60 for the
we
platforms.
go little like bit by bit or top by top
It'd be
and only
105.
use one set of rope,
110 maybe.
or
Mhm.
we do it all across in one go, like put the rope down across every platform in one go. Thoughts on which way would be better?
If you do it in sections, you could probably double up the ropes, making them stronger.
It's a
Okay,
very
let's do
valid
sections
point.
then.
I like that idea. And then we can save the rope. We don't have to leave it behind.
Right.
Well,
I guess
that still requires one of us to get to the other side.
We have somebody
Oh,
gonna
you
fly.
can fly.
Gara.
Did
Right.
you not catch on to this plan?
I wouldn't know what that is. Flying. No wings.
You know, flying is.
Teeth. Knuckles. So who's flying? He's he's just looking around super confused as you guys are discussing the plan, because now he's pretty much useless. Yeah, he feels pretty defeated with that one. He almost got everyone killed in his eyes. Him and Lily.
Oh, what?
Mina would have been collateral, but he would have felt bad for Lily.
I mean, honestly, we thought we could jump in. Now we're scared because we didn't.
I mean,
you got close.
it's
Well,
a
I mean, to be fair, it was a big
logical
dude throwing a big
conclusion.
dude, yeah. It was a bad roll on Gowron for sure. So it was all his fault. Because I think it's my first big NPC failure. Could have got two of you.
I'm ready to try when you guys
I'm
are.
setting this shit up.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Jin, your effect lasts how long?
So I can do it 3 times per. I think it's long rest, and it lasts for 10 minutes each.
Got it.
So 30
Okay.
minutes total.
Okay.
30
Probably,
minutes
So-
across is probably,
yeah.
we could probably get it
For
done.
setup
We just have
purposes,
to be
I
quick.
would say that as long as everyone else is efficient in their roles, then you'd be able to get through it with the 30 minutes.
Okay.
For you to be able to get to each placement, not necessarily them, but for you to get to
Go to
each spot to lay out
Gotcha.
the thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hope you guys roll high.
So you guys are gonna do a double up. So here I'll draw another doodle.
You'd still have so Mina and Gowron would still have advantage on strength. That lasts for an hour, so.
So are you doing a double pitten also?
You might as well.
So I'm imagining something like so. And then you guys running the rope through to be properly taught. Correct? Or are you guys looking to do two separate ropes? Keep them tight. Imagine this a lot more taut. All right, this is.
Can we roll
roll
something to see if we know which one is stronger?
I mean, if one of you guys can justify it or just want to roll, by all means, like a survival check. Who wants to take the lead on that?
Would it be? Well, come on. I'm thinking. I'm a learned man. I would have to have.
Yeah, that's true. You're a learned man. You have never tried it, but you'd imagine both should be fine. It's just a matter of you guys not slipping. It's really a balancing act. The rope itself will be fine, but if one of your guys' feet go in the wrong direction or slip in, then you're going through. The rope will catch you, but you're going through, and it's a lot harder to recover from a rope snarl. And you weren't the best at the PE net club, but you do recall that that is the biggest hiccup of one of these contraption. It's just fitting, but it will hold.
Just don't suck.
So,
good advice.
The challenge difficulty is by degree by length. So the mediocre challenge is the first step. It's 10 feet. After that, it's a bunch of easy 5-footers, and then the last one, the second to last one's a big 15-footer, and then there's one more 10-footer. Okay, so plan out your guys' potential economical usages of skills for that many go-throughs. The 5s, if you guys roll high enough, you'll get through multiple at a time. But the 10, the 15, and the 10, you will definitely be rolling against. Sound good?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, Jin's flying, so he literally doesn't roll for anything. So, as Jin being the referee, he blows the first whistle. You guys set up the first location. Who would be the first of the three players?
I will go first since I'm.
You will lead by example. With your previous experience, I will give you a adventure.
Am I still able to do athletics checks?
It would be probably an acrobatic or dex.
Okay.
You get across it. You feel a brief potential fumble, but you remember the lean, and you shuffle across with success.
And then I'll like steady the ropes.
You got it. You steady the ropes to assist the others. It lowers the deceive. Go for it, Mina. Yara looks to you, Lily. Why is it when I step on there, it's not going to look that easy?
I don't know, Gowron. You've been putting on the pounds recently.
Slap him.
He looks down. It's just because I haven't been able to work out. I've been kidnapped and scouting now. You go first.
Oh, yeah, it's totally understandable. We'll get a gym set up for you.
He waits for you to go next.
Yeah, I'll go. I'm rolling acrobatics here.
Acrobatics or dex? You look shaky. You get halfway across. Your foot slips, but because you're small and nimble, I will allow you to catch yourself. Roll again. Gowron goes, Rolly, you're supposed to lead an example.
Oh no.
Rolly, you slip. You're like now caught on there. You're like a cat hanging in the middle of the rope, scared. This is not going great. It's not bouncing because Eric's holding it tight. You see Gowron run to the other side and he's holding it taut, so it's held real tight. But you're like in this kind of paralyzed panic for a brief moment. Give me a wisdom save as you take in your surroundings, and you are now hugging these ropes instead of walking across them.
How far across is he?
He's about 6 feet. You shake it off easy. You're not afraid of heights. You're a goblin. It's just a little scared because you don't know what's down there. You're able to stabilize yourself. You make it across the rest of the way with the quick hop and skip. Galron, let's go. Takes a big gulp. He goes really slow. I'm gonna give him advantage for how slow he's going. And he makes it across. It takes him an entire extra minute, but he does it. Okay, these ones should be easy. He cracks his neck, and he lets one of you guys go first.
I'll go first again.
All right. This roll can get you through 3 if you do it right. Assumably, Jin is ahead, always prepping.
3. I'll be steadying the rope every which way.
Okay, so you will go through 1 at a time. So your roll will hold you through to 3. Beautiful. Make it across. You hold it steady for the rest of them. Mina? After seeing what Rolly went through, tell me what you're thinking as you're crossing this one. You're a little shaky. You make it across, but what are your thoughts?
Thinking back to almost nearly falling into the pit back here.
That's true.
My
You went
mind
with them.
starts going back to that moment, and it's a bad time.
It was a rough one. Rolly or Gowron? What do you want to go first, Rolly?
I'll go first.
He holds the rope to make it real easy for you with him and Eric on the other side. And you still somehow slip as you're going across.
No.
Your foot slips, and this time you're hanging upside down as your leg is what's caught in the rope, saving you. What's going on? You hear Gowron just like Rolly, but there's nothing he can do. He's not even thinking of even how he can help you as he's holding this down tight.
Swing.
You're just
your
dangling like a
little
monkey
I'm
outside.
just I'm gonna be like,
oh shit!
And,
Just swing
I'm
your
gonna
little
bardic
goblet
inspiration myself.
and I will grab your hand.
I got Rolly right here.
Again, I'm 7 foot.
Yeah.
Like this is a 5 foot gap.
Look at that curved ass foot stuck in the rope right there.
I try and pull myself up.
Reach should be far.
You should be able to reach his foot, Eric.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reach.
Rolly, you just feel your foot grabbed and slowly being rose through until you come and pop out with a little bit of push and shove, and you arrive on the other side. Man, these ropes are not your friends right now, as Gowron is just like fucking
Hey,
shit
they're
and
saving our
bricks.
fucking lives, so it's a good
He's
idea.
taking his great idea. I just didn't think it'd go so poorly. Gowron manages to make it over. As he's like, perhaps you should be more careful, Rolly. I understand the first time was my fault, but the past 2 are making up for my faults.
No, Gowron, I haven't really been around ropes since we were on that ship, and that was, goddamn, at least like 2 years ago now.
We should practice.
Part where I said, "Do not suck."
Yeah. You hold down the ropes yet again, Nina. You are good. You easily make it over. Rolly, you're the only one, man. This is Candyland to you. You're just making no progress.
No, you already made it.
You're good.
Oh,
You made it
okay.
past the
Whoops,
second one
my
already,
bad.
Mina. You're good. You got lucky.
Oh, eat it.
There
eat
it
it,
is.
Eat it.
Rolly, how do you do this one? How do you get across this one?
I feel like.
You know what? I remember the trick I used to do back when we were on the ships.
And I'm just gonna backflip across these.
Use them as a springboard.
You just do a clear backflip with almost perfect precision. Eric's ready to catch you in case things go wrong, but you take a step off, and Gowron's just like, "Oh, I remember. I was always there to catch you, though." And he's like talking to you, like, and remember that time
Oh, Eric's on the other side.
the captain that wasn't the captain that wanted a parlay told you not to jump, and you jumped anyways. And he doesn't even realize he crosses on the other side, and he's like still bitching, and then he's like, "Anyways, huh? I guess that worked too." Eric, without any issue, you make it over. Jin, you prep the other side. All right, Mina, that was a little shaky on a fake roll, so let's see how you do on the real one.
Yeah. Let's see the real roll here, yeah. Oh, there we go.
Nicely done. You just hop skip straight to Jin. You don't even wait for Eric to hold down the rope anymore because you feel pretty confident as Jin goes ahead and begins this one. Jin, I need you to give me a survival check. Rolly,
Gotcha. 1 second.
you also make it across as you are now confident. Gowron is good as long as you guys don't make mistakes. Eric, I do need a roll from you. Rolly, you're good to the last one. Gowron only makes it if Eric makes it. And Jin, you are doing great over there. You keep it up. You, Eric, and Gowron make it across. And Jin's having trouble from across the way as he's going about hammering the pigeon. Ding, ding, ding. And slowly and continuously every, say, oddly full 6 or 7 seconds, you would hear as if it hits something as another surface. And Jin's hand is no longer hammer down the pit. We have
Wait,
one
he
in
dropped
and one
it down
loose.
the...
Yep.
Well, I have a hammer if you need one.
I assume you still have your
Best
flying
thrower.
capabilities, but going back and forth would then expunge it in that 10 feet. You will not be able to go.
Dodge a ball, you could dodge a hammer. Is that...
So you do have one rope taut. The other one just has a loose pin. So
I toss it up to him?
yeah, you can try to throw it for sure. Give me a dexterity check.
Sure.
Check that shit. Jen, give me a athletics. Let's see if you can catch a hammer.
God.
Just gonna chuck a hammer.
It comes in that shit, man. Whoa, give me some damage on that hammer. Let's do a D6 plus your strength.
Oh,
Or
that's
your
minus
dex, 'cause you
one,
threw it with
minus
your dex.
2. So,
Oh yeah, okay. We'll do the minus. We'll do the minus. We'll keep it civil. You know what? For the distance, 2d6.
2d6.
What kind of hammer is this?
That's a hammer flying far as fuck, and he has a 9. He goes to try to capture that sucker.
Min damage.
All
Min
right.
damage.
You
Wait,
go.
so 2 minus
dude.
2, so
Yeah, 0.
You
He just catches it.
Somehow
He
you throw
catches
it,
it.
and that
He
shit
catches
just
it with
hits
his
you.
skull.
As it hits you, Jen, I need a con save to see if you can keep your concentration. That's the real test. The damage is just for fun. Oh, that was so close to a fail. You do hold on to your concentration. You do still have enough to make it past that 10-foot gap after you hammer the rest of the pit, and then ding, ding, ding. Complete.
Sweet.
You head over. Your ability then expunges. The rest of you. I assume Eric would lead the pack, but
Yeah.
anyone is brave enough to cross, go ahead and give me a acrobatics or dexterity. Say again?
Okay.
Eric, you go across it, you get about halfway, and you realize that you're losing your steadiness, or the distance, this being the center, is at its weakest point and is sloping a little as you're making a little bit of an indent in it. Everyone else, you see him lower. To you guys, it looks like feet and more feet, but it really isn't, though everything looks scarier from far away. Eric, I need another acrobatics check, please. As you go forward, you go about another halfway. You're probably about 4 feet away when you feel a little slip. You kind of slide down and you grab the rope. You're on all fours. You could scuttle the rest of the way across if you wish to.
Yeah, I will.
You easily scuttle the rest of the way.
And
That
I'll
was the
hold
toughest
the ropes
one. You
tight
hold the
because I
ropes.
now know the weakness of this rope.
You do. Roly Lamina. Oof. Oof.
No problem.
Easy peasy. You don't even feel that dip.
Right.
Oh,
I'm gonna use my bardic on that.
okie dokie. As you begin your travels, you pep talk yourself. What do you pep yourself with? What do you tell yourself?
I'm not gonna fall. I'm not gonna fall. I'm not gonna fall.
You make it almost all the way as you tell yourself that, and Eric just snatches your ass before you can make any further mistakes. Just pushes you over. Oof.
Nice.
Gowron.
Come on, Gowron.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
Fuck it, I'll give him bardic.
You fucking needed it.
Yeah.
You scream out to Gowron with hopes and dreams.
Oh no!
As he goes and makes his way, and he's like, "Oh, he's dangling now. He's probably only 6 feet deep." And he's like, "Oh, I have to go back. Hold on." And he slowly gets back, but now he's coming at this with a disadvantage. Not feeling good about this. He's shaking.
Well, wouldn't it be a
He's
standard
stressing.
roll?
The advantage was on your guys' benefit for passing, making it an easier roll for him. But because Rolly rolled so low, he still got the advantage because he saw everyone else make it past. So technically, it's not, and he didn't have like a boon giving him an actual advantage. So in this case, he's at a serious disadvantage because now he's in a state of panic.
Gowron, how about you just loosen and swing across?
He makes it halfway. Because my arms are very sore from earlier. And Rolly, I don't think we put that back in yet. You still have a dislocated arm, but the adrenaline has been allowing you to get past it thus far. You now feel it all just kicking in.
I have the strength of a bear in me from this
Yeah.
spell. So.
But as he brings it up, you do hear that, and you're just like, oh, you feel that pain kind of building up inside you. It is something you wish to address. Gowron then is going to make another check, a flat. Makes it across the rest of the way. He puts his hand on Eric. Thank you for your odd suggestions of death. And he steps forward into the clearing and looks across.
Consider a joint an object?
A joint what?
An object.
It is a part of a person's physical aspect, so no, it would not be an object.
He won't let me mend his joints.
Nope.
If I was a warforged, you could.
Yeah, it would be a drastically different situation, correct. With Gowron's distaste for watching failure, he is going to go first. He is going to scuttle across this one. A little bit of sweat, and when he gets across, he's going to go up to Jin and go kind of whisper under his breath so the rest of you don't hear him. Jin, I'm telling you this. If I ever have to cross another rope with a pit that I do not know where it leads, you better fly me out. And then he like grips your shoulder briefly with a little tension of kind of fight for not being aware that you could do something. As
You think I
Mina,
can lift you?
with ease, he looks at you. Never too late to train. Come on, Rolly. Let's not die at the end. Oof.
You're gonna get ripped at Gowron's too. All right.
It sounds like it.
Oh yeah. There you go.
It's like you were fucking around this entire time and you just, gradually cross it with ease. Eric. You don't have to make a roll as the rest of your party has succeeded as you pass over. You guys are now on this massive just wall. So we had to add some depth to it. It comes down about here and then it breaks off this way. And then hooks around this. So everything over here would be considered like wall on the other side. The wall then has
we should
particular
sit the
point.
fuck down and fix my arm. Like right now, I'm taking a rest. Like, Galra, get over here.
While you're
He's like,
doing
of
that,
course.
can I light a torch and drop it to see how deep it goes?
Oh, absolutely. You light a torch and you drop it. It's going. You see it flickering.
Your arm is fucked.
It goes out. Probably from the sheer drop in the wind of whatever put it out. Though it does not look or seem as if it was water that put it out. It just went out.
I'll just do
But
it myself.
based off of your counting, Mia, you probably would guess that it goes easily maybe 2, 3 or more miles.
Oh, okay.
So you guys see what looks to be like a rock climbing extravaganza. Your goal is to get to this opening. Ding, ding. Though it still looks dim and dark inside, you do see a ray of light coming within that room. Rock climbing is real straightforward and simple. You basically make a strength check. If you fail the strength check, you start again. Strength check is not ridiculously high, but there are factors. You guys have to tell me which route you would be taking amongst this little duel. So you can ping them in the order you would take them, and then you would roll. I'll tell you what happened.
Gowron and Lena still have me.
So this is where we need to get up to?
Correcto.
I'd probably take this big rock up to this rock, up to this rock.
So who would like to attempt so first?
I'll try and scamper up there.
Okay. You see Rolly quickly see the opportunity and scamper, as you do.
With my height, so for the
and you
first
help him with the
feet.
height. You push him up further. It's probably only about 18 feet up. It's just because it's at a vertical with rocks. You easily get him to this point. The Rolly, you easily
Well, I
get
guess
there, and then
7 feet with reach. So.
yeah, we'll give him about. He's small, so you can probably lift him up. But then he goes and he like grips on to this rock here, and as he does, it like he grabs it, and then he like throws his other hand on it, and it crumbles, leaving just a teeny bitty lip that's maybe not trustworthy remaining as Rolly, you come to the ground with no success.
Maybe not that way.
Anyone else?
I try this to this, and then using this to like, using this to get my the one on the right to get my legs up to kind of pinch myself between these two, and then try to like go up, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a athletics.
And Alex, you said I still have advantage from the spell.
Because you still have bull strength. Yeah, it's still got another like 20 minutes on it.
Never got the beer. What the hell? What's on that old beer for?
I like this penis rock.
Ignore the third one.
You like the penis rock?
It lagged.
Okay, so which one are we? Oh, take the last
take
one.
The first one.
You got it. Take the last one.
Two.
-1. You know what? I think what happens is, yeah, break your ankle the moment you take a step forward. All right. So, 17. Easy. You jump. You go right here. As you do, you manage to push off of it and go here. Right as you catch onto there, you do see where you previously held also collapsed. You have a small little grip at the moment. You could probably hold yourself there for another round. But then at that point, you would have to make a decision.
What's the distance from here to here? And how big is this actually?
That's probably like only 8 feet. That section is not big enough to hold Eric. Not all these small platforms aren't Eric friendly. Let's just go with that. And Gowron for that matter. Everything else should be interactable by Jin, Rolly, or Mina. Not to say that other stuff won't crumble.
Yeah.
If they climb up here, can they still get to here?
If they got up there on the lip, it would just be part of the cave. The specific entrance is like there, like you have to go in from like a manhole like aspect. You have to go in from below.
Down.
Say that again?
I told him throw a rope down.
Mina, do you have rope on your person that you would have repacked? Actually, did you guys leave the ropes behind you, laid out, or were you guys taking them?
We did it in one section at a time. Yeah, as we were doing it.
So then, you would have rope. In your current placeholder, though, it's not the most ideal place to drop a rope.
No,
yeah, I would try to
get up.
All right, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check for this one. You need to try to launch yourself in a particular movement. Easy enough. Put yourself up. And you do see a ray of light. I mean, from above, easy looking climb. It probably looks to go another 40, 50 feet maybe.
I no longer have the hammer, but I will definitely try and do what I can with rope to drop it down.
I mean, it's very easy to drop. That's the good news.
Yeah.
In regards to other part, what would you try to put it on?
There's no are there any rocks that I could tie it to?
Sure, I'll give you a survival check to see how you tie this along the rock. See how secure it might be. Yeah, you feel pretty confident with it. With moderate, obviously not all of them jumping on at the same time, but probably enough for one of the heavier people to get up there and then put a stronger basis to it. I see it possible.
I just say, not all at once, guys.
I'll climb the rope.
You climb the rope. All right. As you get up there, easy enough, real straightforward. You understand what the job is. You go about tightening it up a bit. Go ahead and give me a survival check just to assist them to make sure that it's proper and stable. Beautiful. With these, you manage to double up on their efforts and keep it nice and taut. The rest of you guys, easily enough, like in gym, round your way up. It looks like just a small little single file tunnel going up the rest of the way. Probably, I'd say, maybe like 5 minutes worth of walking through.
I'll lead the pack.
All right. As you lead the pack, you do see some very brief, like little pockets, but nothing of significant life living in them. It's just like what looks to be like just like bugs or things like that. You eventually get to the opening. Who wishes to poke their head out first?
So, yeah. Okay.
You smell the immediate scent of sea breeze. Salt in the air. You hear the water rustling as you see the light of day finally reached full sun above, and there's just a surrounding of rocks around you. Give me a quick minute for this to finish, and then I can show you something. In the meantime, those of you below hear Gowron complaining about something. Rolly, I don't know if you've seen this, but I found this odd. He reaches into a little pouch. Mind you, Eric, you're up there, so you're not aware or privy to this. He shows like this weird metallic piece, as if it's like only a fragment of a whole. He goes, I thought it might help that thing the Cannibal King had handed you, but now that you don't have it, I'm considering parting ways. It does not give me a good feeling. What say you?
Expect whatever you showed me. Try and get a sense of like what it is and like the vibe that I get from it.
Give me an insight check. Could have been nothing. Now you get a little something. It seems to hold similar markings and structure based to the little ball that you had previously in your possession, though it is not made of the same metallic like material. It's probably more of made out of like an iron or other type of metal supplement compared to yours, which looked more like a gold base.
Somebody bought one of these recently. We found one at a shop outside town. I was someone Mina bought it.
Well, I bought the like ring thing, right?
Yes, you brought the ring thing.
Didn't it have like similar markings and stuff?
Yeah, vaguely in the same sense. Yeah.
I mean,
Does the ball look like it?
At least worth money.
Does it look like it would fit into the mold or no?
Well, it's just this is just a fragment, like a curvatured fragment of what would belong to something cool.
Okay.
So it would definitely fit to do
Where'd
that.
you find
But
it?
you're not starting on the exercise. Well, I had a run-in with some, what you would call them, but neutrals, and they thought that I'd be a easy target. I looted them instead and found this. Out of all the valuables, I ate the rations and survived off of the other stuff they had provided until it was no longer needed. But I just wanted to compare it again with what is now lost. So,
I mean, maybe it's not lost. I don't know. Maybe it'll turn back up.
well,
That seems to happen with a lot of people and things around me.
that is a concern of mine. Rolly, we must really discuss our friendship and how we're going to find each other next time, because it is getting further and further separated. I'm not quite certain how much luck we're going to have left.
You leave that to me, Gowron. We'll be fine.
With your overbearing confidence. All right, let's see if I can get this working. Actually, I've never tried this before, so we don't find out today. This might take you guys a second to load into. It's probably the biggest file you guys will ever have experienced on that.
He just like took the James Webb telescope image and put it in full res.
I don't know. It's not playing. Okay, so that actually works. Oh no, there you go. Can you guys see that? Or not everyone? Not yet.
Oh, just a black box.
I see a black screen.
Okay. You know what?
And music.
It should be like water. Music. Maybe there's music. Shit, I didn't take out the music. All right, ignore the music part. I was listening to music. Hold on, I'm gonna try it a different way real quick. This might be easier. I was trying to do this.
Yeah, it's like white noise.
Yeah, hold on.
There it goes.
I don't know. Can you guys see something? I deleted it. I thought.
Can't see anything, but I don't hear it anymore. At least. Oh, there it is.
Now I hear it off of something. I broke it. Oh, it's just actually playing the live video on mine. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't get that. That's so cool. This thing is way stronger than that. Okay, can you guys see that I just dropped?
All I see is a black screen.
Shit. I keep forgetting. Okay, hold on.
Ditto.
Hold on. I'm gonna hide that. I know, it's because I have to give you guys vision. Sorry.
Hey,
You guys see a blank gray screen now.
Yes.
We're getting somewhere. Awesome. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to reset this.
There's a grid.
Oh yeah, let me get rid of the grid.
Color black again.
Yeah, I did that.
I can see the grid.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the grid right now too.
The Hollow Progress Festival.
You guys ready for this? Can you see that?
Ooh.
Okay, Eric.
Like
this
rocks
is what you come to. Okay. Now, again, ignore the actual music if you guys hear anything. That was just because I was recording it while I was listening to stuff. But this is what you experience, Eric. Give it a second. Let me know when it starts playing for you guys. Oh, there we go. It's working for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Very cool.
You see an ocean view ahead of you as you look off to your right and you take the first approaches upon the rock. And then you see the cove before you come into vision. You see the mist from the ocean brushing over. And you're not quite sure if you see a boat. At least not yet. So, that is what you come out to.
Startup, man.
That's what I like.
Bill Gates wants us to get Microsoft Office.
I had
he sees it on the horizon.
Let me pull the files real quick. So from that vantage point, you take a second to readjust your positioning as the rest of your crew come up to join and see what's going on out above. This is the view you guys would have of the scene below. You see as the ship is no longer docked, as the dock runs out to about here from your guys' point of view. Looking down below, it doesn't even look like there's any actual people left on the actual landmass on your side, though it looks to be a small little outpost or restocking. There's two structures, some barren structure. Far off on the other side, you imagine to be your home world. Not certain in the full direction of where this ship is heading, but it most likely has your friends. And whatever else they had on their own persons. And probably not just them. You just missed them. It just broke away in the distance.
Have Wiggles shoot a fire arrow.
Will licks his finger and puts it in the air. Nope, it won't go that way. But you do see the ship. There is no name on it.
Yeah,
it does not look to be goblin in nature.
Sketching the ship. I would start sketching the ship, and
you understand it to be a small version galleon. You imagine the goblins don't need as much space. But you guys do stand above
here. Exact like sail composition, like any kind of markings, like its exact shape. So that way, if I had to describe it to somebody else, I could do so really well.
What I would like to do for you guys is I'm going to screen share my screen and let you guys describe how you're going about getting down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the actual, like in a 3D sense that I'm controlling, what you guys would be kind of first person viewing. So you guys see that?
Yep.
Currently? Okay. Give me 1 second so I can switch it on here real quick. Actually, that's a way different vantage point than we are. Okay. I actually moved the ship for the purpose of an image, so it's not that close, but I can fix that. But nonetheless, boom. All right, so you can see this, right? So you guys are here from this point of view, in this vantage point. I didn't make a super cool opening, but imagine you guys would have came out from somewhere yonder, right? Climbing out. In doing so, you guys arrive at the top. And if you were to look straight down from your current point of view, this is what you see. How would you guys go about getting out?
I think you would go right.
Yeah, like is
right.
there a safe
Over to the
path
right,
along
yeah.
the
So heading out
rocks?
to the right, yep, you do see more of a safer like path. So here we go. From this point of view, you guys can easily probably travel about this way out as you came. I don't have a mouse showing, right? Or can you guys see my mouse on the screen?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, you guys can imagine coming down this way safely. I imagine, like this way, right?
Yeah.
And then passing through here as you guys get about yonder. It's like a little drop you guys can attempt that way, unless you wanted to keep going to the right.
How many feet would you say it is?
I'll let you guys judge that.
It looks like about.
Like what?
Well, just to
Maybe.
the left, the next drop.
Oh, the next one? Oh, that's probably like nothing too crazy. That's like maybe
Like right
5 feet.
Yeah, so I could just drop.
I would say yeah, drop down.
People down.
Yeah, drop
Probably
down to
could just
that
drop
one
down
and then
there.
kind of.
All right. Well, real quick, as you guys are just doing all this across the things, just give me general dexterity checks real quick, so I can see whether or not anyone slips. As it's a bit moist out here.
Nice.
It doesn't like
We
a
got our
slip check.
first fall.
Yeah, me too.
We were so used to holding on to the like.
Yeah!
Oh yeah, great.
Jeez.
This roller is rigged.
Let's
Goddamn.
go.
This
It
roller
was
is like
planned.
Here's the
give it
thing.
the
Here's
take
the
it
thing.
away.
Hold up. I said I'd go first. If I fell on my ass, then I'd be able to stand up and help everybody down. Because it's not that.
It doesn't mean that they won't slip when they get put down just because of how wet it is. This was a slip check, not so much as a fault check. I did clarify that. So you slipped on your butt. You warned everyone that it's a bit mossy. You helped
We
them
need to
get down
recruit
safely.
a paladin with like auras like right now.
As you like help them through the rest of them, they just slip and
I
slide
only
right
have
here,
one level of
right to the
paladin.
sand.
Sorry.
They just you guys just
we need
like
like a
right here
level
and
8
slip right
paladin.
down, falling right into place. Boom, 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 boom. You are all now here.
Oh, I gotta go.
I feel like is that a building off in the distance?
There's a building off to the right that you guys had seen from the previous match.
Can't we move up to the tree and then reflect?
Over to the tree. You look and see a massive sunflowers, and then it looks to be rocks along the coast immediately there.
And then right, I guess.
Right. You head over.
That's rocks.
You head to the rock and you peek over. Let me move that real quick. Right. There, we'll say that's probably how far it is. We'll see when we get there.
If I tried to grab that bell, hair on the left.
It comes with practice. It comes with practice. So you come around this rock, and again, as previously described from the vantage point, it looks as if it's quite barren, in the sense of civilian sense. There doesn't seem to be any goblins or security. As you creep ever forward and move onward, you see that the buildings don't even look like they're in a great situation or sense of distraught. As you look over left, right, head over further along the wall, and you see really nothing. So you come around the corner and see your friends most likely have left yonder on the ship. You guys think kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. Working on more stuff for you guys like this, and hopefully soon to be interactive for you guys, not just me. But nonetheless, this is the awesome location in Cove. Yes, not actually.
It'd be cool to do like a combat of those.
Yeah, I was thinking of it,
like,
and then
get like spell effects going in this. That'd be
right. Well, yeah. So technically, there is a possibility in the future once I get it all figured out. It just requires everyone to be tested on their system. No, not that one. No, with the actual 3D stuff in Foundry that you had. seen break things.
So-
Yeah. Oh yeah, but no. In the future, there is a program called Minier coming out by French, and it's supposed to be 100% free, 100% like this, 100% super video gamey, but 100% controlled like a D&D. So it looks really good. It looks really really good. But in the meantime, Foundry can do these kind of capabilities. Right now, I'm building it all outside
really
of Foundry,
good is
so I can learn how to do it in
understatement.
Foundry. It
Even
is, but
really
until
good
we
is an
see, until we get a
understatement.
beta
Yeah.
testing, there's no guarantees. But everything looks good. It's what we do
I'm
after.
surprised somebody hasn't just like hacked the Skyrim source code. Like, what kind of mods there are? Like,
Right, just use that. I'm sure somebody just plays with their friends,
right?
D&D
I mean,
on
I
Skyrim.
think to be fair, people just use like the Divinity, like they just use Divinity too, or like Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Just play D&D
Yeah.
on that too.
So this warehouse is actually full of minerals and dry goods and wares, which I will give you guys an inventory list to, which would seem to have been abandoned at the time of departure. In doing such, I actually did. I'll show you guys a little video
I was looking
after.
for, like, if I was looking for anything like a docket.
Gotcha. No, almost everything here has been cleared out outside of the materials they didn't need to take with them. The trapdoor just brings it to brings it to just a overhead point of view.
All right, whose sigil is that? Do we know who that is?
That is not the proper sigil, but I will show it to you guys later, and you
England.
will know it to be the Goblin
King of England.
King's sigil, which would be one of the first showings and actual markings of its existence.
There's just some short buck-toothed guy just screaming, "The queen is dead!"
So there's that, and we'll come back to Foundry. But yeah, so I wanted to show that off a little bit. Been working on stuff in the background. Hopefully it'll all be accessible to you guys in Foundry with your actual miniature tokens, full POV, line of sights, all that stuff. But the other teams, one of their players can't use it at all. So I have to see if it works for everyone on this team before I actually build anything into it. Until then, I'll try to make cool little video things like this for you guys to check out. Yeah.
Probably pretty render intensive, huh?
Huh?
It's probably pretty render intensive.
Really, it's not. But he was using a MacBook, so that could have been it. You know, I'm 100% believe that
libraries are just like super crap. Like, not only are they slow, there's a lot of like weird like artifacts.
So in a breakdown sense of what it is, where it is you guys are, this is the overhead. I only moved the boat closer so that you guys knew there was a boat there because the boat didn't render in the picture because technically it's off dock. For that general understanding aspect. Let me drop your tokens so you guys can just imagine where you'd be standing around. Obviously, you guys are much bigger than the map is.
Giant.
We're giants.
We casted large.
Well, if I'm this big, I'm just gonna walk out to the Godzilla.
Just like
jump off
attack
the
dock.
Because you did say it was a goblin ship, so I must
so this is the general location in which you guys are now discovered in this little cove here. It would be completely covered by a formation of mountain. Obviously, I just quickly rendered this pocket for the purpose of today, and I was really excited about it, so I was like, I gotta show that. So this cove is considered 100% abandoned at this exact point right now. These goblins took off. There are no enemies. Where are your thoughts as a team? What is the understanding approach at this rate? Yalron is like, well, the ship left without us. I can only blame the ropes.
Well, like I said, we know what it looks like. We know where they're headed, so gotta go that direction, I guess.
Well, we'll have to go the long way, unless anyone has a boat.
We could try and charter a canoe.
Where? At the Hollow? By then, they'd be anywhere else. Cape Crow's destroyed. Everyone at sea is a pirate or at war.
Alright, then we take the long way around.
The Silver Wolf Woods. Yes. Perhaps we can go through there.
Do I know anything about that woods at all?
It is farther north. Where was your origin city? Did we have one?
Shoot, I haven't looked at that in a while, but yes, we did have one.
You do, but depending on what Mina knows, depends on if it, where their origin city was. We will say that what you do know of it is there is a what people call an isolated tribe, though it's choosingly. It's not so much that anyone isolates them, but it is a tribe known as the Silver Wolf tribe that live in the Silver Wolf Woods, as you would assume these, fans to be. Otherwise, that's like a checkpoint. People are, come through, trade, and go through. Otherwise, there's no real habit, like life that go outside of creatures and stuff. It's not a hospitable place. But nothing ever is when it's in the woods and the wilds. So, otherwise, we've never actually, unless you came from Bramall or anywhere on the west, you technically would have never passed through it for any purposes. Eric, or Jin, actually. Jin, your master, had gone to Bramall and back a few times, going through the Merchant Mile. The Merchant Mile would go through the tribe's land. The last time you passed through, they were a little more tense than their normal welcoming ways in trade. I wouldn't say hostile, but they had concerns about certain ongoings in the woods. You don't know any more details than that, but there were some hiccups and questions. Roly, when you went through with Galron, it was just more or less beating up literally wolves and bears and other natural creatures, maybe an owlbear once in a while. But you guys also weren't like looking for trouble. You guys were just kind of cruising through. But on the outskirts of it, Roly, you do recall, I think Mina and Jin were, nope, no. Roly, you were the only one who remember passing through the farm and ending up briefly in the Silver Wolf Wood outskirts, where you came across that massive rock in the ground where all things went wrong. You remember that?
I don't remember. What happened?
So there was like a massive rock in the ground, and there was like a huge spell glyph on the floor, and the floor was like cracking and doing all this crazy stuff. And you guys were running for your lives from owlbears, I believe they were? No, giants, owlbears. Legacy team went against some stuff there too. So a lot of things happened there at the same time. But you guys fled.
You gotta keep your eyes out on the outside of the forest. That's where the danger is. Once you get in, there's like your average foresty stuff. Your wolves, your bears, but
Basically shit you don't want to deal with, right?
I mean, the outside is the dangerous part. Like I said, there's lots of weird magic and shit around that place.
When you say magic and shit, Eric remembers something. There is the rumor of the Silver Wolf. No one's ever beaten, but has always fallen to. Made purely of shiny silver. Though, the books even say it is not metal. If you want to spin on that, Eric, by all means. That's what you would have known when Rolly mentioned weird and magic stuff.
I'll tell them about that.
He informs you guys
that
are
makes
mysterious
sense.
creatures.
The wolf. That's what they named the forest after, right? Different wolf.
I suppose so. But still, a much bigger pack means more potential prey. We just have to be smart. And, well, travel the same path we normally do, Rolly. But where are we headed? We can't track the boat from inland. Once it goes out of view, we won't know where it's headed or where it lands. By the time we arrive, it could be days.
You said they were headed out to the desert. To the stacks.
It would seem so, yes. But what would they do there for days? They could arrive, sell off your friends as slaves. Might find them, might not. It's a long trip for a risk of these individuals. The land here has been martyred by
that or we
evil.
go back to the Hollow. Whatever you guys want to do, I guess. I mean, if we get back to the Hollow, we could hire a ship and, go searching for him on the sea.
Yes. In the Hollow, we might even be able to make some new friends. Not everyone there hates us, and it's someone we're very familiar. And we have a contact, a tavern owner, place to stay.
I gotta check in with the society about all this stuff. They're gonna want to hear about it.
That is true, too. And I wonder if that prison break has still been happening. There's been a lot of things we left behind when we went to Rowley, if you recall. Let us not forget the dangers we might face also upon returning. And how will we return? We don't want to pass the bridge up top, and I don't think we can go from below again.
You can just follow the coast.
Right. So, I will produce the map for you guys in Discord with a little bit of info tips on it. Basically, things that all the information is going to be there. It's going to be like a meta map. It's going to be color coded to your characters. So if it's a specific color, that means that character knows about it, and we'll have other information on it provided from me. That's totally fine for all of you guys to understand all that. Just remember that you can't talk on behalf of someone else's POI, basically, and you wouldn't even have the information from me anyways, outside of just the POI being there. This map is going to give you guys a bit more geographical understanding of how travel works and what places require certain unique passages, and then you guys can decide on your goals from there. To assist you with this, each of your backstories have a attachment to them that I have basically been developing this entire time during play, outside of play, your guys' conversations, actions, the little things you might not notice. I will send you guys that information for each of your little backstories, and this is the point where I feel like we've unfortunately rolled up the chase for Wolfric and Jocelyn, and now we're creating a new goal, a new center purpose. So I'm going to drop that to you guys for your backstories and what it is you guys have found upon traveling this far and now ending up here. And then dropping all the POIs and the information that you guys have of the current war status, because there's a lot going on in that regard. Unfortunately, right now you're cut off from civilization, so the only way of communication is sending a message, sending legit spell message, or leaving and finding someone somewhere and seeing what's going on in the rest of the east side, for that matter, or the south, for that matter. So we're going to look at the geography map. You guys are going to then kind of talk as a team, figure out what direction you guys want to go in, what the general goals are. Maybe even talk in Discord in general about what you as your character is curious in developing. Maybe don't spill anything, but just be like, hey, this is a specific direction that would be cool, or in general. And then I can at least compile a roadmap for that moving forward. Had you guys got through that challenge, there would have been combat on this map. I did anticipate such. But because of the amount of failures, there was no way they were going to wait around for you guys to make it through. So I couldn't honor it. I was like, push some combat. This is a sick map. And then that was just a lot of fun for me. And hopefully for you guys, tripping and falling and almost dying, because that would have been a horrible way to die.
It was intense as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't anticipate such failure.
Like,
I really thought it would be much easier.
Like the next spells I'm getting are like Mage Hand and Featherfall.
I thought you had Featherfall, which is why I was leaning so hard. I'm like, this is no big deal, but my mistake.
Not on this character.
But nonetheless,
I could probably take it. Next.
Maybe, yeah, perhaps. You know what? And with that, I'll honor a level up. You guys got through a pretty big baddie. That dude had. Let me see. I buffed him like nuts. Let's see. Villain alone, the Cannibal King alone has 110 HP, and you guys blitzed through him first. His lizard folk each had 22 HP on average, so you had 3 of those guys there, and then where is that? Bearded Devil. All right, and the Bearded Devil, I totally pumped higher than this, but I don't remember what I pumped it to. I think I pumped it to something ridiculous because the standard health is 86, and it was at like 86 health when we started today. So you could imagine the stupid number I had put up there. But yeah, So you guys definitely deserve a level. So throw you guys a level. Get ready for the next arc or coverage or chapter or extension of this tale with this new group posse. You guys haven't seen full teamwork because of all the sporadic events happening. But now that you guys have gone through a couple obstacle parkour courses, I think it's about time. You know, all that glue your father's been making, Rolly. Let's put it between hands and stick them all together. Any questions?
Have not.
Ooh, get a feat or an ability skill.
Look at that. No questions but declarations. Yeah. I like it. If you guys have any super flavorful things that you guys want to address with your characters moving forward, let me know what you'd like to develop a lot of. Individuals like our amazing Rolly gave me an entire catalog of individuals, locations, on all that stuff for me to play with, which I've been heavily leaning on. And he's even been re-looking at because I'll just pull something out of there he probably didn't anticipate.
Yeah.
So same for you guys.
I heard
you
a
know.
really long backstory.
So same for you guys. Just throw it at me, and we'll keep growing it and developing it further, so you guys have more of a hold to the current situation before you, like how it would affect you. If you guys want to say, "Hey, this is what my character's thinking right now," or "This is the mindset it's in," fucking Kid Crowd's destroyed. There goes that. I mean, honestly, like the legacy team's probably the biggest pissed because they're happy that it happened, but they're mad it wasn't them because they wanted to raid the city themselves. So they're just pissed that the goblins beat them to it. But yeah, so that's what I got. I hope that cool visual was awesome and that cool little video was neat. I'm gonna try to do a lot more of that stuff for like little transitions on what you guys see and how you guys take it in for the first time, and go from there and try to make it interactive for you guys. I'm really trying to think out of the box on how to bring it all in Foundry, but it's a step-by-step process. So luckily we're able to Discord stuff and show you guys different screens all the time. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys had a good one. And